I'm not sure anymore just how it happened before. The places that I knew were sunny and blue. I can feel it deep inside, this black nigga's pride. I have no fear when I say, and I said every day, every nigga is a star. Every nigga is a star. Who will deny that you and I and every nigga is a star? I have walked the streets alone. 20 years I've been on my own to be hated.
Welcome. Episode 159. Sometimes you gotta pop out and show niggas.
Yeah, the pop out. Another Saturday is here. Another week is past. Hope you had a stress-free week as possible.
Shout out to Empress Rajiva G7. Peace, love, and Soul Train to my Saturday peeps. Travis Duke Chat. Me and my jacked up sinuses are in this place. Me too. I've been sneezing all morning long. It's terrible. It's the pollen.
Yeah, you're trying to get me sick.
Really bad.
Yeah, if I get sick again, I mean, I'm finally getting over this. But anyway.
If you get sick again, what gonna happen?
Nothing.
Okay.
Hopefully y'all had a stress-free week as possible. As I said, hopefully you had a good celebrational week with Juneteenth. Some people was able to get a day off. Some people was able to, have a good time and party around the country.
Changed.
There was some partying around the country.
I mean, as far as it being a holiday, it was the same. Nothing.
We in year 2 of Juneteenth being a thing.
Mm.
Is your opinion on it changing at all?
No. We're gonna talk about it later.
We'll talk about it later. We'll talk about it later. Go ahead.
It's impacting TMG for me in the worst way. Missed a performance today because of it.
Oh,
wow.
Man. It seemed to be whooping on you, Regina. Well, hopefully you get better because these sinuses is kicking people's behinds.
Yes, they are. Some of us are unfortunate. Mother Nature doesn't love us as much.
Anyway, all right, let's go ahead and get right into it. This is probably gonna be the last time I talk about this movie.
Please.
Travis is sick of talking about this movie.
I'm sick of talking about Blade.
I think it's over now.
It's debacle.
One of the actors have officially stepped down from the movie.
The one that he wanted to go. Is this the one he wanted to leave?
No, it was the black dude. I don't think he wanted him to be off the movie.
Yeah, we don't know that.
Hold on, Blaze. So what up, George? So Blade is still going through hell in development. Hold on, let me make sure I get this. Hold on. The I said black actor, my bad. Hold on, y'all. I want to get exactly. What the hell is it? We know they lost another director. I'm trying to find the actor, but I can't find it. Anyway, point is, show is still in development hell. I don't think this movie is coming out. But for whatever reason, Mahershala Ali, he believes this movie is his. This is his Black Panther,
and it's not.
So he can't. He just can't let it go.
A lot of people like this whole storyline is going to be more exciting than the whole damn movie.
Yeah, so it says set in the present. Mia Goth is still attached, unclear which role, but the previous going to play the vampire. Script will be rewritten over the summer and then sent out to directors, and he sees this as his Black Panther.
So they're going to take the previous script they have, touch it up a little bit, and send it out.
Yeah, there's another black male actor that just left the movie, and I just can't find his name. But yeah, Marvel Studios keep trying to unsheath Blade, but the vampire thriller is stuck in a scabbard. The latest setback occurred in recent weeks when the feature lost director Yan
Damage,
the second Helmer, to exit the project. Some sources say both sides grew frustrated with Blade's prolonged development process. Yada yada yada. I don't think this movie is coming out. And he really don't want to lose out on this opportunity to do a Blade movie, but I think it's cooked, homie. But I think his fear is if he stepped down, they're gonna say
not my Blade.
I think when he steps down, they're gonna say, good, now we can finally do the movie we want to do.
Go ahead and get a black woman to come and play this Blade. Thank God your black ass got out of here.
Like, we put you on stage 5 years ago and told you, let you announce the movie, but we'll be happy if you step away. We can finally do what we really want to do.
They never had a script in the beginning, even though they told him they did.
Yeah, they might have. You know what they might have did? Like I said, we always bring this up that in Hollywood, in entertainment, sometimes they will announce something just to build hype around it, and then when they see enough hype, then they'll start working on it. It might be what they did with Blade. All right, let's move forward.
The whole thing is trash because it was never.
All right. Now let's show this. Because now a whole bunch of stuff is starting to get announced. There's this thing where people are trying to make everything in animation, but we'll talk about that now.
Well, they literally revamping everything.
Yeah, because they can't really think of anything.
They can't think of nothing new. It's sad. But the people in Brazil, that's why she got over 1 million likes on her post, because the Brazilians.
Yeah. So TICHINA, Arnold, and Terry Crews announced launch of new animated series. Everybody Still Hates Chris.
I didn't like Everybody Hates Chris.
That was a good show.
I thought it was mediocre.
I think it ranks way higher amongst black cinema or black television than people give it credit for.
You had a frugal father, and a mother that was
very loudmouth mother,
cantankerous.
Mm-hmm.
And the children were actually well mannered, except for
the sister was
for the little girl.
She was a bully, and the other brother was he played the dumb brother without it being too obvious he was the dumb brother.
He was seen as the more charming.
No, he was aloof. He was
aloof, but he also was seen as charming. You could be aloof and be charming.
You know, there's another. You know, Patrice O'Neal at one time he said,
"Shout out to really me, peace, good people, all this AI, and we get these remixes. The fuck,
yeah." But there was this thing Patrice used to say. He was talking about his girlfriend at the time. He said that whenever he's angry with her, he don't call her stupid. He called it charming. So to some people, that kind of goes the same way. But
shout out to Dreaky Drake. What's good, y'all?
What up? So you're not interested in the animated?
I'm not.
Well, as you said, the Brazilians, they are giant celebrities.
If you're a D-list celebrity, go to Brazil.
Well, no, you have to have a movie that's popular to them from here. Everybody Hates Chris is the biggest show in Brazil. That and My Wife and Kids. My Wife and Kids and Everybody Hates Chris are the biggest shows in Brazil. So when, like you said, when TICHINA Arnold announces on her social media, she got 1 million.
She has over 1 million likes, and that's kind of unusual for her.
Because the Brazilians are like, "Oh my God, we're getting it back." It's crazy.
Love Everybody Hates Chris, fan of the actors, but I find myself a little embarrassed at their celebration over this update. I'm a prude.
Well, yeah, you could say that, especially TICHINA Arnold, her celebrating getting any sort of work. It's unfortunate that we don't, with all these black actors.
Is she celebrating getting any form of work, or is she just happy that this is back?
Okay, you're right. Everybody Hates
Don't
Chris.
try to play the sister.
Everybody Hates Chris is a big part of her.
Shout out to Mr. Man. Everybody Hates Drake.
Oh, we gonna get to it. TICHINA Arnold, in her movie playlist or her media she's done, Everybody Hates Chris is a big part of that. It's that and Martin.
Yeah.
So I get why she would be like, "Oh man, one of these big part of my career, we're gonna be able to reintroduce this." I get that.
And it's a new generation that's be watching this.
Exactly. But because she is TICHINA Arnold, she shouldn't even have to post it. It should be like,
Beatty B, this Beatty B. Speaking of...
oh, what up, Shantae?
That's crazy. She showed up right there. I'm on time today. Peace, fam. Everybody Hates Chris is like Arby's to me. Who is keeping them in business?
Why y'all hate on Everybody Hates Chris so much?
It's above the Wayne brothers.
Well, you hate the Wayne brothers. I don't hate none of these shows as much as you. The only show I hate as much as you is D.L. Hughley show.
God.
Steve Harvey show is much better than we want it to be, even though we might not think he's the funniest. That show was funny. Wayne brothers had funny moments with Pops and all them.
Well, who made
Everybody Hates Chris has funny moments? Huh?
Who made the Steve Harvey show funny?
Unfortunately,
Lydia Liza Gutman.
It wasn't just her. Also, it was Cedric Entertainer.
Cedric Entertainer, Lavita, Alizé Jenkins.
Yeah.
Regina was okay, but she was a prude on that show. She's not like how she was on The Game. She was just her real self on The Game. Everybody Hates Chris was funny to me.
Yeah, I like Everybody Hates Chris. I liked it. I don't know what. I think it's a funny show, actually. I know what you're thinking because it's New York based, and of course,
in entertainment, D.L. Hughley is trash to me. In real life, he makes some good points. Sometimes don't agree with all his opinions. D.L. Hughley is trash. Shout out to
oh Lord,
Honorable Sienna. Every comment doesn't need to be read. Hanging with Mr. Cooper was funny. That was he copied the Steve Harvey show.
He copied the Steve Harvey show. So y'all so I'm guessing this is gonna be an animated show. I'm guessing y'all not gonna care too much about this show.
Terry Steele surviving off of culture. Cringe. Wow.
Well, shouldn't he? Shouldn't culture keep all these people employed and at the forefront?
It should.
I mean, let's be honest. We have a whole, as I was saying earlier, we have all these actors and these black producers, these black people trying to build up these networks and these platforms. People like TICHINA Arnold and Terry Crews should have steady work.
He says sitcoms are dead. Remove TICHINA from that pick, and what do you get? 2 dicks. Wow.
I also Will Smith and Martin's success with the Bad Boys 4 has created a conversation around Chris Rock for white people at least. Oh, who forgiven? Have we forgiven him? Like we? Well, what you mean? But yeah, I don't mind. I'm probably not gonna watch it more than likely.
Well, damn, Gina.
And is the animation thing still popular?
Well,
the last animation I watched was like Family Guy, adult. I guess you call it an adult animation.
Family Guy was that,
and obviously Simpsons, Boondocks.
Did you watch South Park?
I never really got into South Park.
Me either.
Never really got into it.
Where it's gonna be. It's gonna be on Comedy Central.
Okay, that makes sense. Then. It might be. We'll see. So, obviously, I know what they're gonna do because.
Oh, don't forget about La Cienega.
You talking
about? Proud Family.
Oh yeah. I watched it as a.
They revamped the shit and they made it a little bit more. Speaking of animations, are any in the chat into anime?
I'm into some of it, not
probably
a lot of
George.
It. I'm into anime somewhat.
The Boondocks was fire.
The Boondocks is probably the last one I was into, but I've watched Family Guy and obviously Simpsons and a few others.
Hells no. Damn right, Mr. Man.
I am.
I told you, we knew you were. I said it. I'm getting back into anime. Boondock's the only one I wanted to come back, but it will never be the same. R.I.P. John Witherspoon.
Bro, it's so much content. Did y'all see? I'm not gonna show it. We're not gonna go into a full
anime
topic.
Porn, maybe.
Oh,
that's worse.
Y'all see? Since we're talking about Boondocks, the amount of content that show would have nowadays. Sexy Red just put up a post. Did y'all see that? We're not gonna show it or anything.
Don't talk about Honorable Santa's idol.
Honorable, you gotta come to our side on this now.
Keeping Terry afloat after all his, what is that? Hoken, meta behavior. Hoken. My sis told she noticed her elementary school children are heavily into anime.
Well, yeah, anime in America, in the West at least, has started to replace the cartoons.
Shout out to Ashley Ariel. Shalom,
what up,
everyone.
what up?
I watch anime in my free time. So there's some black women who like anime.
Of course there is.
But no, we have a discussion about some black men that say the reason why there's a lot of black women.
Are you talking about the dudes who are in anime who said that they can't
find a black woman
who are
because they're not
anime?
into it?
Well, no, that's not what they said. They said they can't find black women who like anime who are into black men.
Oh shit!
and black women, the black women who are into anime say the same. It's it's unfortunate because as Kevin Samuels says, these people somehow can't find each other. They have the same interests, all this other stuff, but somehow it's such a disconnect online, at least, that these people can't find each other.
Boondock should have had a longer run, like The Simpsons and Family Guy. Fuck anyone that supported aborted fetuses like Red.
The creator of Boondocks can't make it in this era because he would be called a hotep. The creator of
Hakuna Matata from Lion King, but
Hakuna Matata.
Akuma.
But yeah, the creator of Boondocks can't make it now. He'd be called a hotep. They would call him all type of misogynist, and they would call him a coon, which is crazier.
I mistakenly associated it to porn, but it's a spectrum of things, correct? I know, Regina, that's what I associated with. I remember I heard someone say Sexy Red makes Boondock music.
To me. Now, Honorable, back to what I was saying. Please tell me you've come to the other side after that latest post. I know you saw it. That latest post by Sexy Red.
Caroline ain't never coming to the damn light.
You have to be on the other side of this.
Hotep or a Hebrew Israelite.
Yeah, those are considered slurs now to some people.
Anime is adult cartoon, right? Yes.
No, anime is not cartoon. It's Eastern entertainment. Eastern way of entertainment.
Ashley Ariel said, I'm only into black men. LOL. It was my brother and good friend that put me on to anime shows.
Yeah.
No, Regina said there's no sound. Are people of color in anime? I've never seen any black anime.
I think
it's mainly white and Asian.
You talking?
Yeah, we hear it. I hear it. Yeah. Honorable and I'm not reading that. Regina said we good.
Okay.
I saw a post about Vodka Company, right? She claims she don't drink. She talking about sexy.
Man, hell out here. Anyway.
Well, you cannot drink and promote stuff.
That was sick what she did, but.
Oh, wow. Is this the new?
Yeah, this is what I just found. Yeah, so I ain't seen this either. So I just found this.
Afro Samurai is a black anime.
Yeah, I used to love Afro Samurai. I even had the back, the 2000, that was a while, like 10 years ago.
I'm here for the red hat, sexy for president, and
Look
sexy she trust.
Damn. Anyway, let's get to this. Let's move on. Yasuke is black anime. Okay. All right. Ice Cube says Last Friday is in development at Warner Brothers. Finally got some traction. What's the latest post from her? Oh, you want me to show you?
Yeah, sure.
Should I show her?
Sure.
I don't think I want to show it.
Lewd.
It's just, hold on, y'all.
Lascivious.
Let me show this post.
There's nothing suggestive about it.
I should save it for when we get to the top when we start talking
another
about
remix. George said don't show it.
Don't show it, George said.
You know he don't want to see a black woman.
Oh my God! What the Duke, you can't do that. No, we're not on the screen right now.
Oh, I'm about to say.
Y'all, we typed in Sexy Duke. Red name on Twitter. And you know what Sexy Red name is associated with. Lord,
I can't even believe. Thank God that did not show. This is why I do not go on X. That's why I don't do these type of platforms. I would find out who. You are. I'll track you down. We need to shift the vote. I don't care how it happens. Dems need to know they cannot continue to play in our face. I agree with you.
Lord have mercy.
Just like the Boondocks, I feel this Friday, if it gets released, it won't be released. Sexy Red has mongoloid cock rot. What did she do?
I'm not sure.
If you value your blackness. No, it ain't. There she go.
Shall I say right now or show it now?
Go show it now, show it again. Beat it in Honorable Sienna's head to let it go.
Lord. Now this is very suggestive, so
Don't
please
even plan to do that shit.
apologize for the lewd, but this is what she posted. I'm not gonna show the whole thing, but well, yeah, okay, it's only 19 seconds.
Step back. I'm doing this for our ancestors.
That's what George say. George say the same thing.
You're done.
See, black women are following by the example of black men. That's what George say. He do this for the ancestors. I'm out. I see a post from her. I'm doing this for our ancestors. Yeah, George do the same thing.
Come on,
You
we gotta
be
come
the
to the
same
other
for
side now.
Boondocks. My bad.
Boondocks would have a field day with Sexy Red. Lord have mercy.
I can already see the character.
But the funny part is, the Boondocks obviously was a like a parody almost. She's so far. They would have to go so far. It's like that TV show. The woman said she had to end the TV show because the White House. She couldn't. Her storylines couldn't
You
keep
talking
up.
about Shonda Rhimes?
Yeah.
Scandal.
She had to end the show because she couldn't keep up with the Real Housewife. I mean, the real White House.
Head from people with no lips from the ancestors is hilarious.
Look at her. She found it funny.
I believe you see two bad bitches. Wow.
Anyway, let me get back to this.
Okay, last Friday is coming out. In development.
It has traction. It has traction.
Okay.
I wouldn't say there's any promises. The Cube has been teasing a fourth installment on Friday since 2019.
So he and the Tiny Hats are back on good terms?
Well, even one of them a part of his Big Three League. A fourth installment in Friday franchise is finally in the works at Warner Brothers. Ice Cube announced the news in a recent interview on Flavor Flav's SiriusXM show Flavor of the Week. We finally got some traction with Warner Brothers. Cube explained they have new leadership. My man Mike DeLuca, who used to be who used to be at New Lane Cinema when we first started. When I first did the first Friday at Players Club and All About the Benjamins, Mike DeLuca was there, so now he's running Warner Brothers. He added, Mike DeLuca was Mike DeLuca was there, right? So now he's running Warner Brothers, and he and him and my man Michael Group, whatever. So they got somebody there. He got people that he used to work with now running Warner Brothers. So he believes he can make.
Did
some
he
traction
offer Caitlin Clark millions? Yep, he's back on good terms with the Tiny Hats.
Dude, Ice Cube reiterated his past frustration with Warner Brothers, saying that the studio took too long to get back on track. He said that while the company was dicking around not doing the movie, they were losing people, citing Friday actor John Witherspoon, Tiny Zeus Lester Jr., and Anthony Johnson, all of whom passed away within the last 5 years. I was a little hot because they had took so long, he said, because John Witherspoon passed away, Tiny passed away, AJ Johnson passed away, and we keep losing people, and y'all keep dicking around and not doing the movie the way it needs to be done. So,
good luck.
Hopefully,
I don't think it's gonna
done.
happen, but best of luck to you, Ice Cube.
Out of all the possible,
You know who we want back. We want Chris Tucker. We want.
are we getting Chris Tucker? Honestly,
Mike Epps. We have lost John Witherspoon. We've lost
AJ Johnson.
Debo.
We lost Debo. Yeah.
We lost
Ezel.
Ezel. But you can bring back his brother. His brother,
Who's brother?
John Witherspoon's brother. In
Oh
Friday.
yeah. And his son.
Elroy.
I would imagine he'll bring his son in it too. John Witherspoon's son.
For what?
What you mean?
He get a job. So
gonna be some
nepotism.
character-
He get a job because his father passed away.
I don't have no problem with black nepotism. I think we
Okay.
need more of it, honestly.
What's he gonna do?
He's an actor.
I'm a fucking actor.
I'm an actor.
The woman been in the spotlight 1 year and is killing it. Y'all so hilarious. Black man can't make a point across social media without mentioning her. Shaking my head because she's a poor example for black women.
No. No, I think she's an example they want to fit.
Ratchet.
When people see Sexy Red, they immediately assume that it's a certain demographic that's supporting her. No, I think professional, college-educated women support Sexy Red because she act the way that they wouldn't act themselves, but she's an archetype.
Regina threw her 2 cents in about black man hyping up Caitlin Clark.
Go ahead.
A psyop. Okay.
Yeah. So, but yeah. Out of all the movies that can get sequels, I think Friday's the only one that probably has the best chance to continue to be okay, because we've seen 3 examples of this, or at least 2 examples of this. So I don't think a Friday movie with a sequel would be that bad.
Black women are not a monolith, and sexy we trust.
It's gonna keep getting worse and worse. But okay.
Wow, Honorable.
Y'all gonna ride that train to hell. Anyway.
You're a hoot.
I thought you were going to say something. All right. Swizz Beatz and Timbaland strike versus distribution deal with Elon Musk's X. So Verzuz is back.
I don't care about Verzuz.
Do we care that Verzuz is back? Is it something we cared about originally, or was it just something that people watched because they were in the house during the pandemic?
They're getting ready to colonize Verzuz.
Oh yeah, that's Travis's theory that they're about to bring in other genres, particularly other races, not genres, other races of people into Verzuz.
Yeah,
it makes sense because Elon Musk, you could say the N-word, you could say the most racist stuff to black people, but if you say certain other things, you will get blocked, you'll get banned, your account will be suspended. Like it's a wild, wild west on X right now, or Twitter. I'm gonna keep calling it Twitter. So I would imagine he didn't go to them.
Ashanti said all the verses that need to happen have happened. What more is there to do?
I don't think all of them happened.
Well, they haven't done a lot of.
Ice Cube still ain't did one. LL Cool J still hasn't done one. Nas still hasn't done one.
Mary J, Tony Braxton,
Beyonce,
Mariah Carey.
Not saying all these people are going to do it, but there's plenty of artists that haven't done it. And then you start dipping into other genres. You can find people into rock and roll, alternative versions of other genres.
Why don't they have John B go against Justin Timberlake, since they want him in the Versus so bad, instead of putting him with Usher?
I couldn't believe they did that.
2 wiggers. Facts, Duke. And that censorship is on every platform, coming to Rumble and others soon too.
That's what I'm saying. When everybody was saying join Rumble, I said if you're somebody who already has a large platform and you got an audience that follows you, yeah, go to Rumble and get your money. But understand,
too great for Versus.
The second that Rumble gets to a certain worth, they're going to do the same thing that YouTube and all these other platforms did. The second money start coming in, they're going to start censoring and cutting stuff off. It is what it is.
JT drunk ass wanna be R&B so bad. Give me Robin Thicke and said, "Oh, that's your preference."
Oh Lord, here you go.
That's your preference, Shantae. You what? Swizz is not to be trusted. He supports African American xenophobia. Tim is trash for aligning with him. And the only verses we need is Mary J. Blige and more Jadakiss.
Mary J. Blige is watching everybody. I think
why do they need Elon with all these media sources?
Well, that's another point I've seen somebody make.
Because they don't want to fund it themselves.
I heard this. We was watching Joe Budden earlier, and he made the point. He believes that there weren't a lot of people offering anything for this IP.
And they took the first.
And they were with Apple. They should have stayed with Apple. They were with Triller. They were with Instagram. Obviously, they didn't have a deal with Instagram, but they were hosted on Instagram. The fact that they're on X now means that there weren't a lot of people that wanted to be a part of this. They didn't think there was no money really in it no more.
Leave her preference alone. Robin Thicke makes sexy music. Don't hate. No, he steals music.
Yeah, the gays got him out of here.
Music from black men, and that's why it sounds sexy to you, Sean Tay.
That's why he got sued for everything he got.
The Juneteenth announcement took me out. Yeah,
they did.
That was selfish.
And then you did it with Elon. It was crazy. But we're not interested no more. Y'all moved on. Y'all don't care about Verzuz no more. Let me know. You don't care?
You know I don't give a rat's ass.
But if they put the right people on stage, you're going to watch it. Maybe not live.
Who the right people?
Pretty much any 90s R&B for you.
Some people can't.
If they put Jodeci on that stage, they put Boyz II Men on that stage, they put
they don't
Jagged Edge on that stage,
Jodeci,
y'all gonna watch.
They don't need to put Jodeci on the stage unless they got the backtrack.
Oh, now y'all hating on them. Now y'all hating on them.
They better not listen. I was with them. I'm with them as far as verses, but not singing live. So if they put Jodeci up there with Dru Hill,
yeah, it's gonna get bad.
And that nostalgia is gonna go away because they can still actually sing.
And it's crazy because Dru Hill comes from Jodeci. That's their line. That's
you damn right. Jodeci from NC.
And I always say,
and Dru Hill is from Maryland.
And I always say, the older, the more, the one you came, they always win. Like
Wow.
when Bobby lost to what's his name? I said what's his name. I should have said what's his name.
Shout out to Mark Gordon.
Oh, what up?
What's
What up?
up?
What up?
These sinuses kicking my ass. Did y'all forget that other whites did support the Latinx versus? They had a Latinx versus?
Oh yeah, they had
Are you serious?
No, I don't remember. I don't remember them having a
He
Spanish.
steals music with black man's help. Wow.
Oh wow, it's true though.
I haven't heard the music stealing. Put it on me. He stole from Mark. Well, allegedly,
They know allegedly
the
he got
Marvin
sued in
Gaye's
law.
estate said that he stole. What's the song called that she probably likes?
Blurred Lines.
Blurred Lines. That's a cover.
That whole song. No,
It's not a cover, but
he stole the melody or something.
The melody.
Yeah.
Rat's ass.
Rats. That you don't give a rat's
I want to
ass?
see Jadakiss Kendrick mashup on the Versus platform.
That's cool.
I thought you said you didn't want to see it.
No, she said she wanted to see Jadakiss and Mary J. Blige.
Yeah,
That's it.
that Ray J, Bobby V, them versus was absolutely trash.
Nah, we ain't gonna act like that wasn't funny.
Well, it actually was Omarion versus Mario.
That was a good one because it was funny. We got to see that some people can't sing.
What other genres do black people care about? The platform will survive off of culture only. Yonkers undefeated in verses. It's true though. Marvin Gaye. There was a Latin versus. It flopped bad. YouTube it.
I'm gonna look it up too. Hold on.
They do everything. Just like their Blue Beetles. It flopped at the box office.
Yeah, it was DJ Nelson. Wow. And
They should have did Bad Bunny with somebody. They claim he the biggest artist.
Yeah, it was.
Why didn't they get Cardi B to do it?
You're right.
She would have brought
You had DJ Nelson.
some attention to it.
DJ Nelson and Looney Tunes spin reggae. Or it was reggae.
He said, I want to see NSYNC versus Backstreet Boys.
What about the Blackstreet Boys?
That's what I was about to say.
Oh, it was the first ever Latin versus. So it was reggae. Remember the Jamaican when the Jamaicans did it first? Not they didn't do it first, but they did the first in person one. When they did a reggae one.
Oh, okay.
So they did
So they claim them as Latin.
No, last year they did another reggae one and it was the Latin.
Really? Y'all really want to see NSYNC and Backstreet Boys? There they go, trying to whiten up the place.
But they're gonna have to. Like she's saying, if you either going for numbers or culture, which one?
You know that black people care about numbers.
If you want the numbers, you got to expand the
Latinx people didn't even try to support it, first and last.
Well, hold on.
Did you
That
see
kind
the
of
article calling black immigrants as the new black Americans?
Yeah,
we got it.
Yeah, we were saying everything.
Duke had to screenshot the shit because they tried to change the name of the article.
We were saying all the same thing. But yeah, the fact that they didn't support that one means that if you try to use other groups, they might not support it either because they view it as a black platform now.
Well, the black people will fade out and then the other people will start watching it.
I don't think so. I think if black people don't watch it, they're not gonna watch it. Unless you go super white and go like Katy Perry and Taylor Swift or something. You have to go really white pop to this.
I'm sure they want to see that versus too.
Who?
Katy Perry.
Oh yeah.
I like.
It's funny because whenever I think of white pop, that's who pops in my head.
Well, Katy Perry was pretty big.
She just disappeared for like what 5-6 years.
I say she was bigger than Taylor. What a difference. Isn't reggae Latinx music?
No, it's Jamaican. It's supposed to be West Indian music, but the Spanish would do it, and then now
Haitians share the same island with the Dominican Republic, yet they are called
West Indian.
They're not even called West Indians. They just called Haitians.
I told you they consider themselves Spanish,
But they said we're Latinx.
and I told you Jamaicans consider themselves Spanish too.
They speak Creole though.
Yeah, so KB had a baby, I think. Oh,
Katy Perry, Hope, Taylor Swift, hype. Yeah, I'm right.
but yeah, so I guess Verzuz is back. Y'all care or not, they're gonna see what happens. They didn't announce anything. They just
Yeah, Katy Perry had a baby and chilled out. Yeah, she did.
she chilled out all right.
Her last song was it was like the country song.
Last time I remember, the only song I know from her is the song with what's his name, 3 6 Mafia.
Oh my God, that was Illuminati through and through.
Yeah, that's the last thing I know from her. Anyway,
Katy Perry and Taylor Swift beefing over a backup dancer. Is it real in the pop streets?
Hey, the
I
pop
don't know
streets is
nothing
funny.
about that.
I don't keep up with all that stuff, but when you do go across, especially Twitter, when you go across and you run into these fan pages, they be going back and forth with the claws out, boy.
I don't even know who that is.
She chilled already more like glitched. That's what I think. I don't think she sat down. I think they told her to sit down. But anyway.
We don't care. We no longer rooting for them and all the bad business deals they've done with their platform.
No, it's right here. Earlier this year, Swizz Beatz and Timbaland reacquired Verzuz from their previous partner Triller and now own 100% of the platform while retaining their equity along with the artists who participated in Verzuz and Triller. According to the announcement under the terms of the new deal, the pair maintain their full ownership and creative control of the platform while X received exclusive distribution rights. The company estimates that will now broadcast to an audience of over 550 million active users, expanding its viewership and international reach. Viewers will now be able to watch free exclusively on X.
We don't care.
It is what it is, man.
She married the actor from the Pirates of the Caribbean movie. Yeah.
Dark Horse.
Y'all see Wiz in his sheen dress? Dark Horse.
Yeah, Juicy J. That's who it was with. Juicy
so
J.
Wiz Khalifa out here wearing sheen dresses now?
Man, it's crazy. Man.
It's not unbelievable.
No, it's not, but
they didn't get the full payment after the Latinx flop.
Well, yeah, they had to just take their business, take their IP back because they ain't getting paid. All right, let's move on to this. We're gonna speak on some Juneteenth stuff going on around the country. North Texans walked with activist Opal Lee to celebrate Juneteenth. So I guess it's just becoming a.
Are they dressing up in like African costumes?
It's cultural.
Is that cultural?
It's cultural attire. We're gonna call it costumes.
I see it's a costume.
So I'm gonna show this video.
No disrespect.
85 years ago today, this community surrounded her home with hate. And today, we are surrounded with not only with love, absolutely.
My parents bought a house here in 1939, and we were only here 5 days. And on the 19th of June, people started gathering across the street, and those people drug the furniture out and burned it. They did despicable things.
This home has been built with a lot of love and care and compassion, and we want you to go enjoy it for many years, your brand new home.
I don't know how to describe how happy I am. I'm looking forward to meeting my neighbors.
You rocking the hell out of that chair. So congratulations.
Miss Opal Lee is my elder girlfriend's aunt. Regina, you got a lot of connections out here.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah, but the house that was destroyed and burned, the mob drove her family out. They built her another house in the same spot. And
she's rocking on that porch in
congratulations.
her chair. Wiz has a child with a super freak. He's into fun, bed kinks for sure. Y'all see Tariq Ether, is his name Myron?
The Myron dude, I saw Tariq go into it. First I saw Tariq going into it with the Pan-Africans. There's a dude that I don't follow him, but he's funny. This Pan-African dude is funny. He's a light-skinned dude, but he's from Memphis, I think. Funny as hell. So Tariq was going back and forth with him, and he kind of was getting Tariq on certain things, and it kind of went on whatever. But he went back and forth with the Myron dude, and then they had a debate, and Tariq did cook him.
He ethered him.
Yeah, but then he came back, wanted to debate again, saying, "I got a partner. You go get somebody with get you a partner. We'll debate each other now. This is what the people want." And Tariq is like, you got to give me some money to keep cooking you like this." And people say, "Oh, here comes Tariq begging again." So Tariq said, "You need to pay me to debate you again because I already cooked you." And he right. I'm not finna just.
Oh, there you go. Donations.
It ain't donations. It's look, man. How they say I don't debate people. I only debate my equals. Everybody else I teach. So I'm not debating you. I'm coming to teach you. So pay me.
So he's an erudite. He teaches people.
He was teaching him at least. But
I'm so done with Juneteenth. I'm so done with Juneteenth. Y'all don't even know. I was done before the holiday even started. I told y'all last week.
Damn, we in year 2.
I told y'all last week, one of my employees brought up Juneteenth. And I was like, I wasn't planning on celebrating Juneteenth.
See, y'all.
I was being a clergyman, but at the same time, I had a customer that was very upset with us having Juneteenth. She was like, "They're trying to take away our 4th of July because I did not do the Pan-African colors. I did the red, white, and blue colors."
That's a big debate too that's going on too. So go ahead.
And that was the debate. I'm like, no, the original colors are red, white, and blue. They're not green, black, red, and what's the other? And yellow. Those are Pan-African colors. And you don't, nothing changed with the schedules. That nobody got paid for the time being off. So at this point, it's like, okay.
Yeah, there was a big debate across social media what colors people were using, but I don't know if that was happening at the actual events. I think people just getting drunk, having fun.
Respectfully, Opal, recent commentary disappointed me. Black people promoting Juneteenth is an inclusive event, and it's sickening.
Well, see,
that's why I'm like, what's the point?
And that's why when we get to the Kendrick Lamar situation, I'm gonna ask that question. How do you, if something's a national holiday, how do you try to gatekeep it? And I said you do it with tradition. You make people follow tradition so that even if other people are included, they're gonna have to join in on your culture and your tradition to be a part of it. That's the only way to gatekeep something that everybody is doing.
I do, and I'm not a tiny hat, nor a boule, nor a Greek, nor a Mason, just an Aries, babe. Exactly, she was getting groovy. Myron, down bad and need African American again to get the money right. Kevin Samuels helped launched him and how he needed Tariq to stay afloat.
Well, the thing was going on with really, when you start doing that edgelord type content where you're purposely saying the N-word and saying there's no such thing as racism, and you're purposely antagonizing people across the internet, trying to say stuff that you think will anger them and stuff, you have to keep going further and further and further to keep trying to get attention. And it gets to a point now where you have them online, not even defending, moving along with these white people calling. Same thing happened with Candace Owens. She called Juneteenth ratchet.
She called it ghetto and ratchet.
And then you had the Spanish bitch walk behind her and say, "Yeah, I agree, it's ratchet." And it's like, it looks. You have to do that when you want that audience. You want that.
I did not call it ratchet and ghetto. I don't like the fact that they're making it inclusive and they're taking away the history from it. Like, don't change up the colors and try to make it inclusive to all blacks. I'm not trying to be funny. No disrespect.
Yeah.
I don't like that.
It's a culture. It's nothing wrong with it. It's the same thing when we have Haitian Flag Day. It's Haitian Flag Day.
Why are we calling him Myron? That is not his real name. What is his real name?
I don't know. I haven't kept up with it. I found out he lied about his name.
We've always celebrated Juneteenth. Give it some time. The all-inclusive celebration upsets me, and the wrong colors being used upsets me too.
I agree with that on him. I think it's the second year. The first year, the corporations were trying to profit from it out loud with the ice cream and stuff. And you had the other, people from different backgrounds trying to be inclusive in it. The second year now, because of Kendrick, it was centered around really one thing, at least on the internet. In real life, people were having their little parties and stuff. It's treated like a party at this point. It's second year in. Give it a couple years and we'll see where it goes from there.
Can't follow tradition with a man group who prioritizes sexual access to other groups. We need to get these men right before talking about traditions. So let me get this right. Put a historical culture holiday in the middle of the month dedicated to alternative sex. The fuck? Not only that, it's Mental Health Awareness Month.
That's a good point, but you want to move it? I mean, it's a day that exists. It's a real day that history happened.
It didn't have to exist though.
It didn't, but it does.
It didn't have to.
So there's nothing you can do to not change the date. It exists. It's there.
Andrew Tate says some stuff about Juneteenth too. Yeah, I saw that.
He said it's a nigger holiday.
Ooh.
But remember, he's biracial. His dad is Black American.
It don't matter if his dad is Black American or not.
That's my point. The reason why they're doing this to antagonize, trying to get their numbers up on X to get their money. I'm telling you, money is low. These content people are not doing the numbers you think they're doing. All their numbers are lower. I remember when Tariq was going back and forth with what's his name, Almarul, whatever how you say his last name. He said my numbers are better than yours. Tariq was saying that I average more viewership than you.
His dad mixed too.
Who?
Andrew Tate. That's what Drake said.
Oh. Well,
yep. Once the others get a hold of your movement, it becomes trash, and the original message gets lost in the sauce. Sir Duke, you big man. Why you called the Goofy a bitch?
Because I'm not mad. It's just
I didn't even hear you call her that though. Wow,
the
dude.
Spanish one.
Vulgar mouth.
I think she's Colombian or something. Then you had the Spanish woman.
Arnold saying I love that you call that Mexican woman.
Yeah, the Spanish woman in California who's making the argument, obviously the reparations thing, saying that Asians and Spanish shouldn't be forced to pay taxes to pay towards the reparations for these black people. It's like y'all running them out too.
She called her father a mutt.
Well, I didn't know he was mixed.
Ironic too that Juneteenth is commercialized, promoted, while the Tulsa survivors get dismissed.
Which is crazy.
That's why
crazy.
pick your poison. Do you want actual tangibles, or do you just want them to give you a holiday and say thank you?
But you could do something with the holiday. Not saying it's going to be something financial that's going to benefit everybody, but as a culture, if you really take the reins over, you can profit from it. Why do black
Do you think they're
people
gonna let you profit from it?
listen? Why is it black people can make everybody all this money with our culture and our whatever, all the things we do, but we just do not know how to profit from our culture? We just don't know how to do it. We don't know how to monetize ourselves. Why don't we know how to monetize our own culture? Why do we need somebody white, Jewish, somebody else outside to help to tell us how to profit from our own?
Because you're not meant to get above the stranger.
Like, it's crazy. How the hell do we not find a way in 2 years to profit from Juneteenth ourselves without corporations coming in and having to give you money?
Yeah, see them Skittles, Pride commercials. No, unfortunately. Fortunately, I don't have to see it because I don't have cable. Ego prefers to acknowledge over tangibles. Cool and better if you get both, but definitely tangibles. They won't let us. The system is rigged against us. Exactly, mystery.
Yeah.
Tulsa's a different. They were given the opportunity to rebuild and they did, but it was the man prioritizing what they like that messed it up. What were they prioritizing that they liked that messed it up?
There's hundreds of places that were just like Tulsa around the country, and they were all destroyed.
Yeah.
All of them were targeted by the system to make sure they don't run as smooth as they should.
The whites.
But go ahead.
We pay taxes. They helped everyone that migrated here.
And then the message I'm saying, so on social media, there's a whole bunch of people who are foreign that are celebrating Juneteenth, and then you find old messages of them calling Black Americans cotters. They don't want to be a part of that culture, but you celebrating Juneteenth. It's just crazy. But anyway,
that's why the cosplay got to go.
Documentary shines a light on as a way to celebrate
Colletons.
Colletons as a way to celebrate Black girlhood. I don't want to show this for one reason. Since we brought up Sexy Red earlier, I think we missed the purpose of pageants and all that other stuff. Like, there's a reason why in every tradition, every culture around the planet.
Is this Black culture having debutantes and stuff?
Yeah, this version right here, yes.
Okay.
So every culture has a tradition of certain things directed towards the young women and the young men as a way of not passage, but teaching them certain, expectations for how they're supposed to move within the culture. So you had the young girls back then with the pageants, how you dress, how you walk, your posture.
Well, it's supposed to be like bringing them into their womanhood.
Their womanhood. Like we've lost the idea of teaching young men manhood and certain like that.
Yeah.
And the women don't get taught the young womanhood. So getting dressed up like this, you only do this for prom?
Yeah.
And a funeral.
But we've seen this. We saw this in a movie. What was that movie called? The Nathan dude and the biracial Jewish girl, Jessie Smollet's sister. You remember that movie? The Debaters? Didn't they have something like that in the movie where they had the dance and the debutantes and stuff in that movie? I'm not for sure.
I'm not sure if it was that. I don't know.
But I've seen it in a movie before. I just can't recall what movie.
But yeah, these type of things just are gone. The only time you hear about pageants now is that little TV show they had with the little majority white little girls, and it goes into the adult, which is mainly white. So we've lost the art of teaching the kids tradition.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Gap Band, You Dropped the Bomb is about Tulsa.
Their name is based off of Tulsa.
Being with whites. None of the other locations destroyed similar to Tulsa were ever given an opportunity to rebuild like Tulsa. Tulsa and slavery, two narratives, not complete, full stories as told, sold.
Yeah. It's a lot of stuff that will never be uncovered, unfortunately. All right, let's move on to this. What's this? Oh, it's a quick story. Have y'all seen this? Have y'all seen this?
Precocious.
This is actually a story from a few months ago, but it's just now popping up again with somebody posting this. It said a Chicago teen by the name of Dorothy Jean Tillman just became the youngest person to earn a doctoral degree at the age of 17. She took her first college course at the age of 10. By the age of 14, Dorothy Jean Tillman had obtained an associate's, bachelor's, and master's degree. That's crazy. Congratulations to her.
Well, with a forehead like that, there ain't no way that she cannot be a genius.
I know her parents are proud.
I'm just being jovial.
I know. But yeah, that was crazy.
Okay.
Imagine graduating at that level at the age of 17. Like, good Lord.
She's a genius. I
wonder how she's able to be social at that age, though.
She can't be.
Not with her age group, more than likely.
I you know that show we were watching, where they're dating, and they come up to you. You remember the black girl that was at the end that was very like preppy?
Yeah. Oh, you talking about the balloon? Y'all seen that the balloon pop TV shows?
I remember when that meant something. Respectfully. Great topic. I've been looking for anything that African American men created that lays out the path to womanhood under their view. Closest I came to the NOI Goofy, and that was Australia Man's View.
Well, unfortunately,
impressive and no surprise. Look at Regina, and no surprise.
None. But yeah, I just think this type of stuff should be celebrated more. You would think this would just be. I ain't gonna say she should become a celebrity per se, but you would think just her name would ring out way louder in black media than it is. And she's not the only one. There are dozens, I won't say thousands, but dozens of young black girls and boys who do stuff like this.
Imagine how many more they could have been if they weren't aborted. Man, how many more geniuses we could have had running around here instead of fucking degenerates.
Man, you just said this is the darkest angle. God damn.
I'm a dark individual.
But so congratulations to her and her family. She'll continued success.
We could have been, the ones they aborted might have been able to, take stuff and know how to market it and sell it and bring in revenue.
Let's play this.
Fuck around. This a fuck around and find out. He threw the hair in the air.
Yeah, as an honor of Juneteenth.
In honor of Juneteenth.
We're gonna play this.
Let go.
To celebrate.
Hey, I'm really proud of y'all. Montgomery Brawl. Bitch. Not one but them all. Montgomery Brawl. Shout out.
When the hat is the signal that just shook the whole world. So, shout out to he still got his job, by the way. There was a picture recently. He still has his job for security. So congratulations. And he took he's a celebrity in the area now. So people come take pictures with him with the white chair. He's a celebrity in the area now, even though he ain't the one that was beating people with a chair. That dude got off too, though. So congratulations.
He was beating a woman with a chair, wasn't he?
He was knocking the shit out of him.
Bro, that could swim.
He stole off first, though. The white dude did steal off first.
He did.
Really all of them. Montgomery Brawl. Shout out Unc with the chair. Montgomery Brawl. Everybody that was there. Montgomery Brawl. Threw the hat off at the start. Montgomery Brawl. Man, shout out to the girl. Montgomery Brawl. Hey, now y'all done started some shit, so we gon' finish y'all it. Did. And this time, everybody about to witness it. Y'all. Bro told them to move, just doing this job. But y'all wanted to jump him, so now we got a prize. Let's get it. All right, bet. Let me tell y'all what really happened. Heard they was jumping on my cousin. Let me off, Captain. Cuz came out the water like, let's get it cracking. Unc came with the chair like I got some action.
Hey, do you think he went too far with the chair? It's been months now. We can look back and ask the questions.
No, he didn't go too far with the chair because white women always do something to make people react. They love getting their ass whooped. And the thing is, black men don't having a problem with knocking the shit out of them. Respectfully, he still got his job for throwing the entire black community under the bus. I didn't forget the comments made by the main three, including him.
Oh, see, I didn't keep up with the comments. So we wanted to keep things
pure. Did he
apologize? Hope he didn't. We wanted to keep things pure and just go based off of the video.
But you know that ain't how we roll over here.
No, I didn't look up after the incident happened.
You're supposed to.
I didn't look up nothing they said. I don't want it to ruin it. I just want to
sometimes shit gotta be ruined.
No, I just let this right here
be the entire thing exposed. Thank you for that, Sienna.
Cuz came no shirt like I got Sebastian. I got him. Even the women getting hit like damn what happened. Hey, this shit was kinda lit like damn it's cracking. I even seen a rock bottom like damn this wrestling. Seen a couple of them boys go night and we got the first black man to swim to a fight.
Honorable people are waiting for you to say what he said.
We missed that part. Yeah, I didn't see any comments from most people. Just kind of after the incident, they just focused on the the ass whoopings. They didn't go into their comments. They let them, they ain't want to.
They
ruin
want to be Debbie Downers.
They ain't want to ruin it. When
not everybody built for it.
Well,
you've covered the story, and them denying racism with the FBI. and then pointing fingers at the entire community for celebrating.
Well, there were people
the beat go hard.
There were people that were saying we shouldn't be celebrating violence. I remember that.
True.
I do remember that part, but once again, you kind of ignore those people because they got, they're trying to keep their job. They're trying to, but I don't remember. Maybe we did read his comments and we just forgot them because we didn't want to remember.
Short attention span.
Maybe they just didn't want to remember that shit.
Honorable Sienna says selective memory.
Yeah. All right.
If it was Sexy Red, you would have remembered.
Yeah, I don't remember 90% of the stuff I said about her, honestly. But anyway, after Drake battle, Kendrick Lamar turns Victory Lap concert into LA Unity celebration. Now, before we go into this, let's start very selective. Let's start with love. All right, we're going to start with love. Shout out to the West Coast. Shout out to Kendrick. Shout out to all the performers. It was a great, to me, this is my opinion, it was a great show.
It was okay.
I enjoyed 98% of the performances. I enjoyed the show. It was entertaining.
What Kenny segment need a major introduction? Elements.
No.
She wanted you to play something.
I'm not going to play the music.
Elements.
So Kendrick and the PopOut concert happened in, was it not Inglewood? What was it? It was the Forum. It was at the Forum. He had.
I think it was in Inglewood.
Yeah.
I don't know. Sienna would know.
They had 3 parts. They had a DJ Head, DJ Mustard and Friends, and then they had the Ken and Friends at the end with pretty much just him and
Black
Hippie with Schoolboy Q, J Rock, and Absol. By the way, I didn't know Absol was pretty much blind at this point. Yeah. Anyway, so you said you enjoyed the performance, didn't you?
Yeah. The performance was what I saw, I enjoyed it. Something you gotta pop out and show.
You gotta show niggas. Let's start with love. We start with love. I know you ready to go one angle. Let's start with love. The performance on Juneteenth.
The love part would be that Kendrick was able to get everybody in one room, and it not turn into a pugnacious or quarrelsome environment. Yeah. So that was a positive thing.
Although somewhere in Oakland there was a shooting the same night, but we're gonna talk about that too. Yeah.
It was homogenous.
Yeah. Different sets from different hoods was getting on stage. It was a nice thing to see them move accordingly on Juneteenth. Now it was funny because the crowd, because California is majority Mexican at this point, the crowd is obviously majority Mexican and white. It was a lot of black people in there, but obviously it's majority Mexican and white. Some of the songs was kind of funny to hear them singing when he was telling Drake, we don't want to hear you say nigga no more. We'll get to that, but yeah.
The show was definitely the money tree Drake mentioned in his little bop.
Yeah, Kendrick had a lot of responses to Drake without making them obvious. Drake made the point that he said that him and Whitney were on bad terms and he was abusive to her, but she was there with the kids in the crowd. He said the things about Dave Free, but Dave Free was the first name on the credits. When the credits went out, his name was first, and there's plenty of video of Kendrick walking around with Dave Free at the show to let you know that that's not true.
The rumors to rest.
Without having it, because when you come out and say, "Hey, I didn't beat my wife," and no, my business partner didn't impregnate my girl, it sounds crazy. Like the fact you come out and
showed you instead of telling you.
He showed you this is all a lie. We don't have to go through this. I'm not going to address this. I'm just going to show you that this ain't real.
Missouri, the show you state.
Yeah, the show you state. Go ahead.
The love angle is impressive. You got to show a ninjas. Start where you are with love, then pop out. Mexicans and whites. Boy, the building was full of whites. Stop separating those people.
All right, there's whites, then they all whites. All right.
There were some Hispanics feeling excluded from the concert.
We're gonna get to that,
which is absurd.
That's what I'm saying about tradition. We got to force tradition to make people adjust to your culture.
When I say, hey, my 6-year-old daughter says, run for your life. Dave Free was all in the credits.
He made sure to put him all over the place. Now, about the performance, I thought the camera work was nice. I like the fact that during the middle of the songs, he would make the arena blue. And when he was live starting to rap, it would turn red.
Well, they could go into
three-dimensional
with the feminine and masculine.
The masculine, the duality.
He was dressed in red.
Well, he was dressed like Tupac. Well, he was dressed like two people. Tupac wore that same outfit at a Source Awards performance, I think. And Drake wore that in his Hotline Bling video.
Mm-hmm.
Remember when they did the A minor?
Microphone acting up.
Oh, yeah, hold on.
Who microphone?
All right, we good now? Hold on.
Please don't ruin this for me with the
D3
Okay, 3-dimensional. We won't go there.
All right,
Sienna.
we won't do honorable, but
You're not a conspiracy type of individual. We get it.
But yeah, so when he did the A minor line, you'll notice when he paused, he did like a little dance.
Yeah.
That's the same dance that Drake did in the video Hotline Bling.
I know when that Hotline Bling.
So he was dissing Drake. He was dissing Drake when he did that dance at the A minor bar.
Mm-hmm.
So let me show this. Inside Kendrick Lamar's historic pop-out show. We were at the Forum in LA for Kendrick's instantly iconic concert where he's in the scene, was really like the arena on backstage. They also said that this is the most. This is Amazon said that it was the most minutes watched for a live music performance.
So we got to capitalize off of this.
But also, you know who else did a live music performance on Amazon?
Let's have a Juneteenth event every year live on Amazon.
That's another theory. Do you believe? We're not going to move off topic, but do you think it's a good idea to have a live hip hop pop up, not with Amazon, but just in general, every year on Juneteenth?
If that's something that the blacks want to do, sure.
That would make sure that something black is centered on Juneteenth.
Mm-hmm.
Because if you let the world, they're going to just do what they want to do. But if you make sure every Juneteenth, something black by black people is the center, then you might be able to gatekeep it for the most part.
Instead of us getting fried chicken, macaroni, cheese, cornbread, we be getting rice and peas, our jollof rice.
Exactly. Go ahead.
Annual Juneteenth concert with Kendrick as the music director. Mr. Man, there's reports of Drake trying to buy Kendrick's masters. He's a petty ass individual, so he would do some shit like that.
That was a rumor a few months ago. I don't think that's true. I don't think Drake got the money. I think that everything when Kendrick did Euphoria and he compared Drake to the man behind the curtain and the Wiz, I think he's saying that everything about Drake is fake. He's not who you think. People walking around calling Drake a billionaire. He is nowhere near a billionaire. I don't believe it.
Fraudulent.
I just don't think he's nothing that we all think he thought he was, at least before this battle. But anyway, we can go ahead and move forward past this. Then we have Snoop Dogg.
Tiny has always petty. You damn right they are.
Snoop Dogg, who wasn't there, he didn't perform with Kendrick and Dr. Dre.
He was in Canada.
He was in Canada. He's on tour because the Dog Pound situation.
He got to make money.
Yeah, he got to make his own money.
You know, him and Martha not doing their show anymore.
Yeah. So Snoop Dogg crowns Kendrick Lamar King of the West again. The West Coast legend gave the Euphoria MC his flowers following his pop-out event on Juneteenth. He had to do this because he wasn't there.
So you had to show love.
And he was kind of iffy on that tailor-made freestyle by Drake. When Drake used his voice in AI, he didn't come out and immediately, he kind of was just laughing about it. So people like, wait, you seem kind of in the middle between this and you shouldn't. So he had to come out and do this. I'm surprised that Metro Boomin and Future didn't get on stage. Even though you have a story, she has a story. Metro was in L.A.
Oh, I don't know for
Yeah, you ain't got to tell it,
Yeah.
but Metro was in L.A. So, but maybe it's because it's one song, and I'm not going to come all the way there and just perform one song and leave. So
yeah,
it is what it is.
I'm not buying the narrative that Drake is wealthier either. He might be rich in Canada. Drake is still on a bunch of shell companies.
Yeah, I think Drake. I think that deal that alleged $400 million deal he has with the record labels. I think the reason why he's doing all these tours and these albums is because he got to pay that money back, whatever it is, however much he owe. He's trying to get out of his contract or whatever. I don't think Drake has the money to buy nobody of real status catalog.
Y'all hear about the Secret Service dude getting robbed at gunpoint? You have but one job. I saw the article, but I did not dive into it and read it, but I did see the article.
So who's the Secret Service dude?
Biden's Secret Service.
Got robbed.
Yeah.
So a crackhead Secret Service got robbed.
Well, Biden's not the crackhead. His son is the crackhead.
Oh, so Biden's Secret Service got robbed.
Yeah, I believe so.
I thought you meant Hunter Biden.
No, it was Biden.
How you the president's Secret Service and get robbed?
You should have that thing on you. Metro and Future were not needed. I like the only LA artist. It wasn't even the fellow West Coast, just LA, I think.
But yeah, everybody who was LA was on stage. But Baby King didn't even get up there. His cousin. So he only had West Coast.
He said Drake's Delilah song sounds like a pedo anthem.
Oh, you mean that troll song he did with the dude?
Laughed my ass off, Mr. Man.
Yeah, it's crazy. Yeah, that troll song he did with the Jamaican dude
was pretty bad.
It was pretty bad.
Is Keen from LA? King?
I heard people say that he's from Vegas. But he
his cousin?
I think he was born in LA, but he grew up in Vegas. Maybe I don't know if that's how that works.
Well, maybe that's why he didn't get invited.
But he was there. He was in the building. SZA was in the building. She didn't perform.
Thank God.
I wanted him to perform all the stars. Bless you. I wanted him to perform that song. It would been pretty good. All right, let me play a little bit of this. Right here.
Tonight's been a beautiful sight to see so far. Sometimes all it takes is one domino to fall to get the momentum going. And the West Coast needed this reminder. And I'm proud of us in this moment. How fitting that it's on Juneteenth. This is a victory lap.
Oh, turn back on. Oh, I know I'm jumping ahead, but Westbrook was too damn happy to get on that stage and show how much he hates Drake.
I don't think he necessarily was showing he hate Drake. I think he was saying he loved Cali.
Sneezing, you playing with your nose now? Oh, no, like, my damn allergies is kicking my ass.
And Party at the party playing with his nose now. Party next door, talking about doing coke. Go ahead.
I'm a Dom Kennedy fan. You could have opened the segment with this if you playing it.
Oh, here you go. Critique. Thanks for the critique.
I love seeing Westbrook's joy.
I don't know what I read, but man, as history has shown, there's always been a fire and a certain kind of spark coming up out of Compton is special. Y'all always rise from the ashes and rise to the occasion.
You are
love when they count you out.
Don K.
Another thing about this that's dope is the fact that, remember, this song, I think, ain't this a song that Drake's
Westbrook
uncle
wanted to twerk low key.
Ain't this song the song that Drake's uncle was playing on?
I think so. I'm not for sure.
Possibly. So he let this play at the beginning a little extended. Then he went into the verse. So that was pretty dope.
That smoke looked like a hand going upward.
Yeah, it's some stuff in here we can go into, but you know, it is what it is.
We don't want to ruin it for Sienna. Where is Uncode? Yes, it's the song.
Them superpowers get neutralized like a homely watching silence. The first artist we once knew was looking paranoid and now spiraling. You're moving just like a degenerate, having antic is feeling distasteful. I calculate you, not as calculated. How can you predict your angle? Fabricate stories on the family front, cause you heard Mr. Morale, a pathetic master manipulator.
Teddy P. It is Teddy P.
You're not a rap artist, you're a scam artist with the hopes of being accepted. Tommy Hilfiger stood out, but FUBU never had been a collection. I make music that electrify, you make music that pacify. I could double down on that line, but spray this time. Random acts of kindness. Know you're a master manipulator and habitual liar too. But don't tell no lie about me, and I'm gonna tell the truth about you.
Do you know how crazy it is for to get in front of a crowd and they know every single word, line for line, they were rapping it the entire time. This is a 6-minute song. This is not the type of song you really perform in front of a rap crowd. A 6-minute song?
The crowd could have done the whole show for him.
Exactly. It's crazy.
Yes, I have watched this show so many times, literally playing it now. So proud of Kenny, Dunn. Okay.
This is the last Kendrick segment. Well, yeah, I mean, it's a good show now. And then now he does have the video coming. He's recording it right now. So, you know, it is what it is.
You know, that's Duke Boy. Leave him alone.
I'm gonna jump through this. I'm not gonna play all the songs, 4 songs.
Breathe, relax. Stop trying to rob me of my joy.
Yeah, I'm out the way, yeah, I'm low, okay. Get an island right here, promote, okay. Thinking about no people, nigga, I'm beeping. Well, I so okay. Benjamin in the Texans, all in my house, like I'm. Hellcat, with his home place in them tights that like solo, okay? Everybody wanna be demon till they get chipped by your throwaway. And I might do a show a day. Once a lame, always a lame. When you thought the money, the power, the fame will make you go away. Have you ever played? Have you ever? Okay, nigga, let's play. Have you ever?
I will say this first, it was Taylor Swift. Now I don't think Taylor Swift was there. This first,
no, he was not in the building.
This now that when you see songs performed live versus listening to obviously the audio, you could tell this song was made to be performed, especially the first verse. The how it goes into the super high BPM. This was made to be performed in front of a crowd, so it's pretty good.
Toronto would never do this for Drake.
Walk your enemy down like with a poker face. Have you ever paid 500 down like to a no big case? Well, I have, and I felt that post, but I came out. I hate when a rapper talk about guns and somebody died, they turn it to none. Hop online, friend from my city, he faking for likes and digital hugs. Daddy a killer, he wanna be Junior. Must have forgot the shit that he done. The mission was running his family. Get shaky, I park his son. Very first time I shot me a Drake. The homie had told me that image is weight. I didn't pray down enough. Today, I show you I learned from those mistakes. Somebody has said that you gotta read. God, I'm ready to double the wage. Better do that than a Canadian nigga make pot turn in his grave. Cut the business, you got shit twisted. What is it, the brain? I hurt your feelings, you don't wanna work with me no more, okay. It's 3 ghosts left and not see 2 of them kissing and hugging on stage. I love them to death, and then 8 bars, I'll explain that phrase. It's not nobody can tell me. I don't wanna talk on no silly. You know I got language barriers. It's no accent you can sell me. Yeah, Cole and Nabi know I'm a selfish nigga, the crown is heavy. I pray they my real friends, if not, I'm YNW Melly.
So I'm not gonna play the whole thing. I'm gonna jump through now. I want to play the end of this. Hold on.
Joe Rothstein, funny he was in a film car. I be at New Hard King, get the fried rice with a dim sub and a blammy. Tell me your cheese and fat.
Okay,
we're
fans.
Right now on the camera.
Okay, we're fans.
Hey, fuck y'all niggas, I don't trust y'all niggas. I bring
He's the king.
Y'all niggas like, you gon' put y'all niggas, they punk y'all niggas. Nobody never took my food. Whoever that's fucking with them. And fuck the industry too. If you take it there, taking it further, that's something you don't want to do. We don't want to hear you say.
Oh, that's crazy.
We don't want to hear you say.
All right, now we gonna ignore the part that crowd is
They
mainly
were
white.
singing along like it was a worship service at church.
Now I got a question. What does it say that Kendrick had a group of white people on Juneteenth telling Drake he can't say nigga?
Means he's cooked.
But now we're gonna get into the Tone Talks. Did a video that now has articles written about it. Shout out to Tone Talks, where he asked the question: if everybody is yelling not like us,
then who is?
Then how does it make sense? Who is the not like us then?
Well, Kendrick has to come out and specify who the not like us is.
Well, I think he already has. He did it with Euphoria, 616 LA, and Meet the Grams. He was telling you who isn't like us. The people that fit these descriptions, like him, culture vultures, not tied to the culture, obviously, has a proclivity to young women, criminal activity, people around him. He doesn't fit who we are. These are people that's not like us. I don't think he would ever, he obviously was never talking about race. He was talking about culturally American hip hop artists.
Okay.
Are you ingrained in this, what we grew up around? If you ain't this, you not like us. So when you have a bunch of Mexican kids and white kids walking around LA with shirts that say not like us, they are American. They, according to him, some of them are ingrained in hip hop. They grew up with it at this point. They will fit the description.
Optics is powerful. I saw Tone Talks headline. Q. All those whites cringed me, but African Americans only 7% in LA. Well, how much is it in Connecticut? Tone Talks. That gay guy still around. Him and Strappy.
Leave Tone alone, man. All right, now I'm gonna jump through y'all.
Like a bird.
DNA.
I got power, poison, pain, and joy inside my. I got hustle, though, ambition, flow inside my. I was born, take me at my element.
I gotta play Element. All right, I'm gonna play this Element, and we'll get up out of this. Listen to the music.
Yeah, I'm.
Say less. Come on.
I already watched this like 3-4 times.
Yeah, so. More than 3 or 4 times.
I'm willing to die for this shit. I done tried for this shit. Might take a.
He's not gay, but other black men don't like him.
I don't mind. I like Tone Talks.
I like Tone Talks too.
Yeah, he do get. They do be on his ass though. Not it ain't necessarily just black men. But
don't say they be on his ass because Mr. Man has already made
yeah,
some accusation towards him.
Yeah, pause. Anyway.
Go out for a 9 boy. DOT, my enemy won't catch a vibe for it. I've been self down in front of my mama. My daddy coming 7 minutes to comma.
Yeah, we black in Connecticut.
All right, let me tell you, it's 3% in Washington. Yeah, I think it's 3% of the blacks here in Washington.
Bitch, I'm up. So ain't nobody praying for me. 30 minutes later, know the feds watching. Auntie on my telegram like be cautious. I be hanging out of damn. I don't sock it. I don't do it for the grandma. They never been ready, yeah, no. 100K spread, cause the flow. Ain't nobody fucking with the flow, yeah, the flow. You're gonna make it, don't try to take it. I got a bond landslide, we talking about races. You can never be, look at they faces.
Yeah.
It probably brings it down to probably about 1%.
Take off, gotta be patient. That's 1, that's 5, that's other, that's lie, that's chick, that's it. Hey, if I gotta step up. 1, 2, 1, 2. Aight, if I gotta go. Let me hear you say, I pull up, hop out,
okay, nigga. Let's move on to the next segment.
All right, so he also did Not Like Us 5 times. What do you think about him?
6.
Wait, technically 6. What do you think about him for doing Not Like Us?
Hey, that's his concert. He could do it. He could have did it 10 times if he wanted to. As long as the audience is there and they want to hear it, then he can do it how many times he wants to do. I think he was nervous or overwhelmed. He kept putting his hands in that hoodie. Cringe.
Might be some West Coast stuff going on with that.
She said 6.
I do think when you're on stage, you have certain things you just do. Like he kept doing the crazy whine.
Might
around
be his
head.
mannerisms.
Yeah, it's just when you up there, you just doing something.
Part
to
of
make
his
you feel
stilo,
coping.
his swag.
It was just coping on the stage. I don't know about nervous. He's been in front of a crowd forever. So, but yeah.
Okay.
All right.
Let's get on to it.
I was gonna put it too. This was I like this song right here. I'm not gonna put the whole song. West Side Boogie. This is a good song.
Got too many bitches in my bed. Whoa. I don't store it never what it said. I start scrolling through the text and look for pictures in the thread. I'm on your head, you only banging because it's streaming, ain't you? You only gang when it's convenient, ain't you? Ignore
don't like this.
Every teacher I was throwing up the B while I was trying to get out of my head.
And this is the beginning of the show. This is during DJ Head. I thought it was a good performance. I like that song. Anyway. Yeah.
What was the point of saying they not like us if it includes everyone? Exactly, Mark. They not us. I took it as black. Culturally. The culture, the blackness, everything that involves it. I that's crazy. But he can't isolate his white fan base or his Hispanic fan base because they the one that buy the music and go to the concerts. Allegedly.
No, it's the truth. Everybody, we've seen stories from all the rappers. Whenever they reach a certain level and go on tour for the first time, the first thing that happened, they realize that first crowd. These are people from the hood. You could be from the hood in North Carolina, South Carolina, Georgia, LA, Detroit, Illinois, New York. You can be from the hood. All your life you was around black people. And you make music. And you go on your first tour, and your first performance is in front of a crowd that's all white. Every last rapper has said it's a culture shock. You're like, this who listen to my music? Like my music, I'm talking to certain people, but when I go on tour, these are people in the crowd. Now in your song, when you saying nigga this, nigga that, and the crowd is there, and it's like, how do you feel about it? Do I blank the nigga word out?
You can't say the N word.
It's like, but you paying a ticket, you listen to the song, you streaming it, I'm the reason why I'm here is because you support it. So that's where it starts getting iffy. But look at it, white Kendrick Lamar fans roasted online for missing the point of Not Like Us.
Why just white? Why not the Hispanics too?
Well, that's a bigger point.
I don't understand.
Yeah.
This is what source is
hip-hop.
This is hip hop.
So hip hop. Hip hop news. California's majority Spanish or Hispanic.
They're there to entertain white people. Period.
California's majority Mexican.
And
remember what Bun B said a few months ago when he said that it's the Hispanics that support you if you're black. If you're from Texas, California, it's the Hispanics that's buying.
So I'm
gonna
let them do whatever they say and whatever they want to do.
Well, he was speaking on we have to make sure we show show respect to them because and show appreciation
to white people too.
We have to show appreciation to them because they're the main ones.
And
supporting.
how do you show appreciation to them? By letting them say the N-word?
It's not necessarily letting them say the N-word. It's making sure you let them know they're a part of the experience or part of the culture.
They're not a part of the
culture. They're not.
Though.
But when they're the ones buying it, what do?
So you sell your soul, you sell out.
Well, it goes back to another Kendrick song. Sell your main fans for big.
Your morals go out the window for money, popularity, being famous.
Well, that's what they tell you.
So black people have sold their culture, and they
haven't. That's the part.
Culture.
That's the point. They haven't sold it.
They absolutely have.
No, because they're not profiting from it. That's what I said earlier. They ain't sold it. They just giving to people. Because black Americans have never created boundaries. In our unfortunately, the biggest expression that comes from us is through our entertainment, our music. Anybody can listen to music. You can't control who listens to the music. Without even allowing it, you're allowing people to just be a part of the culture just because they're just listening to it. There's nothing you can do. Go ahead.
They're not really listening to the music. They follow the hottest trends. That's what's going on. That's what's going over the artist's head. I've grown tired of seeing non-black Americans claiming an identity that is not from them. Bun B is a disgrace.
We don't remember.
We don't remember nothing.
You said it, man.
I took it as they not like black culture too. Where were the Mexicans that helped his wife?
Oh shit! Wait, help who wife? Oh, you talking about Bun B?
Well, he would come back and say, well, it wasn't a Mexican robbing his family; it was a Negro. So speaking of Mexico, a tiny hat woman is the prez. What did I miss? Regina, we talked about that.
We talked about that. They got a whole bunch of bodies fell down for her to get that job.
37 bodies.
Yeah, the cartel wasn't playing. They said that she's Jewish. And they said she's tied to criminal
elements. Her name was Claudia something
Jewish. Yeah. But yeah, so the white fans got talked about online, and then there's this right here. It's what y'all talking about, the greater point that Tone made a video. If everybody is chanting Kendrick Lamar's "They Not Like Us" doesn't even make sense. And he made the same argument you're making. If everybody's not like us, then who is the people that's not like us? If everybody's singing this, the only person that seems to be targeted at then is Drake. So anybody who's not Drake,
but he said they.
Hey, when they
as in plural, not singular.
No, remember they is now part of the pronouns. You can be they, them.
So Drake is multiple people.
They can be one person now.
Well, it would go into his, Shout out to On Code, Peace Family. Jewish Mexicans running the cartel is what you missed, Regina. Is this why Malcolm X said the black celebrities can't lead? They are dependent on everyone's money.
Exactly. I can't be a gatekeeper in the community, in the culture when my fan base is not all people that are in the culture. How do you expect Kendrick to get on stage on Juneteenth in front of that crowd of mainly Mexican whites and say, "Yay, hey, when we get to this part, y'all don't say nigga."
They're gonna look at him like he's crazy.
Or better yet, what if he goes on to go really far and does?
Well, that'd be fake.
What if he goes on to do what I was saying? If the only way, because people were asking the question, how do you make sure that audience is all black? Do he make the whole thing free and say the only way you get in is if you black? Now that's discrimination. It's gonna be just a whole nother story. It's like there's nothing you could do to stop people from getting in there in that building.
It's positive discrimination.
That doesn't exist in this country.
Facts, Mark. How come no one is talking about the 800 people that died in Africa the other day?
Well, nobody's talking about Sudan. Nobody's talking about
this
Congo.
turned into the Kendrick Weekly recap. 800. What happened? What happened, Mystery Man? Elaborate. Let us know what's going on. It didn't make our rounds.
Then I want to show this right quick.
It did sound like when they say, we don't want to hear you say that, the crowd got quieter when the N-word was said.
They might
Greetings,
have.
Fam. Shout out to
what
Smiley.
They may have not said it, but most of them probably said it, especially the Mexicans. Now, I want to show this right quick. They have a video shoot they're doing for Not Like Us, and look who's there.
Why is Bobby there? Where her husband?
She divorced him, remember?
Oh, so she really get to pop out and show niggas now.
So the white girl
heat scrotes from praying.
Oh, come on.
Lord Jesus.
All right, but she came out And I asked the question, why is she at the video shoot? Apparently she's there with YG. But it's like, why? Do you know how? These are gang members around her. Gang members around her.
They getting ready to gangbang.
Damn, Travis. And she went on to say, they were sending the video how
Sorry for the passivity.
She more comfortable around us than some of you niggas. She ain't scared. And it's like, well, unfortunately for y'all, if that was a black man, y'all probably would have G-checked him.
They would have.
Y'all would have been G-checking him. Where you from? What you claim? Y'all would have been probably wanting to fight him.
She built like a butter knife. No jumper gangs. Using Charlemagne has taught us a power lesson. We support them, and white media positions them to be our spokesperson. So what's the proper way to support our own without their false leadership?
You have to just use their resources. That's what some people believe. If you truly are a person with status and resources, you shouldn't try to be the face of anything. You should put the resources behind the person who has the message that you agree with. That's what you're supposed to do. So all these celebrities with all this money and clout, they're not supposed to actually try to spread the message. You simply support the person who has it. This is how you're supposed to use politics in general. You only support a person that agree with what pushed the community forward.
No, yeah. So basically, I feel like the Mexican people were underrepresented there last night.
I feel it. I can see that.
I can see that too, man.
And a lot of people are telling me that I sound like bitter or something. Like, I'm not a rapper, fool. I'm not tripping about not being on stage. I'm saying, like, Jeezy performed, I think, last night.
Yeah.
Did he?
That would have been nice if he would have been on stage.
If he would have.
Now, maybe the young legend had something to do, so he dipped.
Right. Because all the artists that did perform were up there.
Facts.
I respect it. Who was up there? I can't keep counting.
There was a lot of people that went, but I think Jeezy was the only
person that didn't pop out? Or were you going to say he's the only Mexican that performed?
Both.
Did he perform? Was he supposed to perform?
He did perform, yeah.
He did
he
perform.
did?
And I didn't see him perform because I caught it late.
I saw the clip.
I
didn't even see that clip.
A picture of someone posting that he performed.
Do you think it had something to do with it being Juneteenth?
I don't understand. I thought Juneteenth was like on the 16th or something like that. It's on June 19th.
It was Juneteenth yesterday.
Yeah, it was Juneteenth.
You should research.
I respect it.
Do you think that had something to do with it?
Had something to do with what? The fact that they threw the show that day? Or that there was no Mexican on stage?
There you go. Do you think it was supposed to be like...
First of all, let me start off by saying congratulations to Kendrick Lamar and all of the wonderful individuals that performed last night.
Hell yeah, shut them up.
So I'm not trying to go racial with it, but I will say...
we're just picking each other's brains apart.
Although it was Juneteenth, and I believe that's in remembrance of the massacre... I don't want to be wrong, but is it in Tulsa or in Selma?
I don't know.
Or a place over there? I could be wrong, and I hate to be wrong, but I know it's in remembrance of a massacre that took place, right?
No, sir. No, sir.
I like to say that the Mexican people have been persecuted in this wonderful land for a long, long, long time.
Wait a minute. You have to live here to be persecuted here. Why y'all keep coming back to this land if you getting persecuted? That's weird and strange.
This is the part this is where we start talking about the other side of this.
Cinco de Mayo, it celebrates their freedom when they became what's the word I'm looking for?
Independent. Do you understand?
Stay homes, no sound.
Do you understand?
Stay homes.
Do you understand the entitlement? So one, not even know what Juneteenth is, think that your community should be represented on Juneteenth, and think it is a problem.
Well, according to how you explain what Bun B said, you have to accommodate them and make them feel special. So even on your day, because they are your biggest consumers, they still have to have inclusion and representation according to them in Bun B.
It's just, and everybody's on that dude's ass. I don't know the name of his channel, whatever. People on his ass saying, how crazy he sound.
New York, Texas, and California.
They haven't. I said this in a post. I said that when you allow other people to use your culture for upliftment and empowerment, because that's what hip hop has done for a lot of these demographics. They've used hip hop to empower themselves.
How did I forget this word? It's in the Bible. It's when you take a group of people and you include them into your community to let them grow.
Empower them.
No, not empower them like their numbers. It's a word for that in the Bible. You let a community come amongst you to let them grow. I forget that term. How did I forget that term? We've said it before.
I don't know.
It'll come to me. He tried to save himself and switch the narrative after saying Juneteenth 11 times. These guys have smartphones on them. They could have looked it up.
That's the lack of respect. They didn't care to look it up. They don't care.
Y'all choose to come here. Didn't Mexicans sign a treaty with the U.S.?
Yeah, and now they're trying to claim that Mexico and California belong to them.
Well, yeah, they've been saying that for a while. Why does every group of people, Mexican, Indians, Africans, that made bad deals with the whites want African Americans to feel bad for them? The Mexicans got paid for their land after losing the battle. These folks are paid in shrills, pushing fakes, history, fake traumas, fake propaganda.
And now they're trying to push the idea of
not the Bible, please.
Board of Education came from a Mexican child.
Let it come to you.
Again.
Honorable Sienna is a
I think somebody asked me about like no being no Mexicans up there, and I was like, oh, Jeezy was there.
Yeah.
And then
Phoenix
I was like,
was up there too.
Yeah, and Phoenix is mixed, but I was like, you don't gotta force anything that doesn't have to be forced.
Yeah.
I'm like, I feel like
I didn't even think about it until after I saw like people complaining. I'm like, shut the fuck up. Like,
I'm like, fool. One.
Also, it's Juneteenth. Like, what the fuck? I'm gonna sit my ass in the stands, bro. Like,
and keep it valid that LA is black and Mexican, right? Black and brown. You know what I'm saying?
The most successful artists to come out of LA have always been black.
It shows. But I think people don't see the bigger picture. Like, if you look at that crowd, like a lot of these LA black rappers won't make it without Mexicans that buy tickets, hard sell tickets. So I think just even appreciating the culture and just whether it's we have young Latino rappers finally make, obviously Jeezy's at a whole different level, right?
Yeah.
It's just funny that the black dudes in the room be quiet as hell on these topics. It's crazy.
Cause they scared. Cali gangs and black gangs are at war. Thank you, Shantae. Cap. Look at the role of black men in the conversation. He just got to be quiet. He love they people so much.
And this is crazy. On the stream, one of the Mexicans be referring to Juneteenth as a day that exists because of tar baby. That's a term apparently Mexicans use in at least in Cali for black people.
The Mandela effect in full effect. Whitewashing, yellow washing, brown washing, whitewashing. All roads lead to black though.
Look at this. This is in Bali. In Bali, I think there's a website where you can pay these people in other countries to perform certain things for money.
And they did that?
So they trying to say that they did this on their own, but I feel like somebody paid them
to do it.
To do this. Where they made a Juneteenth whatchamacallit in Bali.
Where the purple come from?
I guess it was represents
royalty.
Outlining somebody's face, I guess. I don't know.
Shout out to Craig Cancel.
Oh, what up?
Well, it's funny they chose to use the color purple.
Huh?
It's funny they used the color purple.
Oh, yeah. Color purple. Now, this right here was in Harlem. They celebrated Juneteenth.
Spanish Harlem?
No, this was Harlem. And you going to tell what song they playing based off of this. Is jazz.
Come on, Harlem!
It's white people out there.
This is the new Harlem, obviously. So they were playing Not Like Us, jazz version in Harlem. All right, let's move forward. Some Juneteenth celebrations. Another one here. Now I want to jump.
Now listen, there's a lot of people that's not even from New York, that's not even from the Bronx, want to talk about the Puerto Ricans, had nothing to do with the start of hip hop. Are you crazy? Are you crazy? Everybody think hip hop started in Sedgwick, but in reality it started right there on Washington and Soundview. with DJ Disco Mary, original Black Spain. His right.
He's not. DJ Disco Mary was from North Carolina. His people were not Hispanic, Spanish at all.
That man was a Puerto Rican. Pendejo.
What do you think of music around today, especially things like hip hop and Run DMC and the Beastie Boys?
Well, those are poor copies. Well, not poor copies, but they're copies of what
Ain't no
they
black and
thought I
brown.
was doing
Thank
in the
you,
60s,
Uncle.
like Let the Brother.
You hear what James Brown saying? Listen to what James Brown saying about hip hop.
What do you think of music around today, especially things like hip hop and Run DMC and the Beastie Boys?
Well, those are poor copies. Well, not poor copies, but they're copies of what they thought I was doing in the 60s, like Let the Brother rap. And see, I started the rap music, and what they're doing is things I did years ago. But see, rap music is kind of a variation. I mean, it's like the end of a James Brown song, what we would do at the very end.
You actually worked with quite a big rap hip hop star, Africa Bambaataa Unity.
We did a fantastic message about nuclear war, stuff about unity and not using nuclear war stuff. And that's what it was about. It was a message to the people, to the world leaders, you know, to try to refrain on the nuclear stuff, because nuclear stuff could be good to extend life, but we don't want to take life with nuclear war. So that was the reason behind it, not so much as trying to get a hit.
Well, James Brown was a real.
Shout out to Rich Potatoes.
What up? What up?
Procrastinating nonsense.
James Brown was a Negro. I'm telling you.
She said, "Who the fuck asked for Juneteenth any damn way?" He said, "Reparations, tangibles, tangibles."
Yeah.
Black people were going to revolt. Then they played Frankie Beverly in the Maze, and we started dancing and forgot to revolt.
Yeah.
I never saw a Puerto Rican fight this hard for anything. They have centered our shit in their identity. Who are they without?
They some belly dancers.
That's why we got to be militant. No boule or ghetto. Militant. This type of ignorance I like. He said he created it.
He said arrogant.
Arrogant, sorry.
Like I'm arrogant. All right, let me play. Speaking of that, you should use the word ignorance. You see this?
What?
What Birdman said to these dudes in jail?
What did he say?
When you hear what he said, just watch this.
And I help y'all. We have no access to. We have no access to. I have enough power to make that happen. Okay, well, we need inside help for as leadership, for these guys having books to read upon the criminal of the law. You think reading books on? I know different than reading books. And I help.
The man told him, "He's I got the power to help you."
Mm-hmm.
The man told him we need books. He stopped the man and said, "Do you think books are gonna help y'all?"
Well, what do you want him to do?
The man just said we need books, and he stopped the man and said, "Do you think books gonna really?"
Birdman said that.
Oh, mercy. Oh Lord.
No, I seen them also fight hard to deny their blackness. A lot of blacks in there.
Well, that's the only ones in there in this little video.
Military without the ghetto. I would love to see a version come true.
Thank you very much. Well, this morning we.
All right, hold on. Let me show this too. Oakland leaders react to FBI search at mayor's home.
Yeah, Asian lady. I think we talked about that before.
This is a recent story.
Oh.
So the Asian mayor had the FBI raid her home.
Was something like that happening to the Asian mayor in Boston?
No.
Oh.
Not this right here. So her home got raided. This is in Oakland, where the shooting happened. Actually, there's a shooting that happened in Oakland.
Money laundering. That's what they're accusing her of,
Yeah.
right?
So the Asian mayor of Oakland had the FBI search her home because they're accusing her of money laundering and other things. How did?
Well, that's kind of what they are.
Yeah, well, there is a. What's that Asian mob called? I forgot the name.
Asian mob?
It's an Asian mob. I forgot the name they use. They're known for being in like San Francisco and stuff. I'm pretty sure they spread out throughout California. All right.
Isn't that kind of what they're accusing Mayor Byron Adams? Isn't that what they're trying to pin on him?
You mean Eric Adams?
Eric Adams, sorry.
No, I don't think they put no money. Oh, yeah, it is. Yeah.
Because he got money from the Ukraine.
But it wasn't a lot. Yakuza, that's it. Sorry. Yeah, Yakuza. She might be part of Yakuza. or whatever.
Spread the word to your friends and family. Hold them accountable. Keep them militant.
And Wachi. I know Yakuza. I'm pretty sure they're might have something to do with that.
Shout out to Medica TV. Yeah, I think I'm pronouncing it right.
Mkada, I think.
Makeda. Is that the Triad?
Yeah, Triads too, yeah.
No, the one in Boston is over there trying to wrong the rights of races in Boston's.
Well, that's what she's saying right now. But at some point, she's going to flip it to make it about other stuff, more than likely. 15 shot after a sideshow took over the peaceful Juneteenth celebration in Oakland, police say. Young 17-year-old black male was a part of this shooting that wounded 10 and I think killed 3 on Juneteenth. It's unfortunate.
New 4th of July. Wait till the numbers for 4th of July come out.
You act like it's a damn. Wait till the numbers come out for them. Yakuza is Japanese. What is she? Was she Korean?
Yakuza's mostly in Japan. Yeah, if I'm not mistaken.
I think she might have been.
Capital B Regina for blacks.
She may have been Korean. 3 dead and 11 injured in shooting at Arkansas grocery store. Another mass shooting happened. This is
And
white.
guess what the number was?
What?
13.
Yeah. Well, this is 14. This is 14.
Oh, what? They said in an article 13.
Well, they don't change the number in the headline. You know they change the headlines all the time. So yeah, so a white dude went and shot 3 people, injured 11 others at an Arkansas grocery store. There was another shooting. There was a couple shootings or attempted shootings on Juneteenth that happened. What? Okay. 2 police officers were injured in the attack at the Mad Butcher store in Fordyce. The shooter was injured, and authorities said the people were killed and 11 others injured in the shooting on Friday morning at a grocery store in Central Arkansas. The police said the shooter opened fire at the Mad Butcher grocery store at about 11:30 a.m. The Arkansas State Police said in a statement, the gunman was shot by the police and injured before taken into custody. The police said that was like from Tuesday to yesterday, there was at least 6 shootings that I saw that attempted to take place or did outright happen. A couple of them was at pre-Juneteenth celebrations, and there was the one kid out in 17-year-old, should I say, out in Oakland who did a shooting.
Is this a real mass shooting or a visa extension?
Oh, you said they lying?
Tariq stood on business.
Yeah, Tariq got married. Did he debate him again, or you talking about the first time? I know they're supposed to be debating. They want to debate again, but he wanted bread first. All right. Bling Bishop Lamor Whitehead sentenced to 9 years in prison for multiple scams. Oh, that's what he did. Go ahead. What you think about this? 9 years in prison for fraud, scamming, pretty much.
So you saw at the end of the article, Lamar Whitehead pretty much saying that they did this to him because he would not go against the mayor, Eric Adams.
When we read it?
Ain't that kind of what he implied?
It said Whitehead, who described Adams as his mentee and brother, claimed the FBI had pressured him to help us get the mayor of New York. When he took the stand, the feds probing Adams' 2021 campaign and an unrelated investigation did not accuse the mayor of wrongdoing in the case. Asked for his reaction Monday, the mayor wished Whitehead well. Bishop Whitehead is my prayers. I wish the best for him. Yeah,
Bishop dishonoring his father for Gucci fashions.
Yeah, he kind of saying that they wanted him to do something where snitch on
and he wouldn't do it.
Eric Adams, and he didn't.
Well, that's his mentee.
Yeah. He said it's his mentee and his brother. Whitehead's defense attorney, Don Flora, said that she would appeal immediately in court. She described her client's tough upbringing and poverty and said his father's killing by the NYPD was when he was 6 months old. He said he suffered from complex post-traumatic stress disorder as a result of several disturbing experiences, including being stabbed on campus as a college student and held up at gunpoint in a live stream sermon in 2022. He said the client maintained the feds targeted him because of his close relationships with the mayor, who's known a convicted pastor since his days as the Brooklyn Borough president. Huh?
Is that hard to believe that they would go after him?
Well, who wants Adams gone?
I think the Democrat Party wants Adams gone. The
Without
bishop
him, they don't win.
Is gonna meet the booty bandit. These Negroes just pawned in a larger picture.
But the Democrats don't win New York without him. I don't know if the other person beats the other candidate. You think so?
I can't say.
I think he was their best bet to win that mayoral race.
The bishop is like going on a comedy sketch.
Another Boondocks episode. This is another Boondocks episode, and they're trying to blame it on his traumatic upbringing. It's like, look, what happened in your childhood ain't got nothing to do with you scamming old people. It has nothing to do with that. That's just messed up. Right?
The New York FBI got something on the mayor. I thought he'd been doing right by the whites. Eric has done nothing but set blacks back in New York. Are those in power not happy with him? With that?
That's what I'm saying. I think the Democrats, at least he said stuff publicly that might have not liked him saying when he said that we can't take no more immigrants. But then he changed his tune and said we want all the immigrants.
Yeah.
So I don't think they really have a problem with him. I don't think he wins another race, more than likely. He'll probably lose his next race, but we'll see.
This man was antagonized so bad.
Philadelphia area man fatally shoots neighbor after being called the N-word. Police.
It wasn't their first encounter.
So
I think they said the cops had been called 3 times to do away with the dispute they were having between one another. They told them to stay away from one another.
Yeah.
So the store he ran, I guess it was apartments above it. And they just had a tumultuous relationship.
And it boiled over one day.
So, but he was on the phone with the police
police officer,
the police, like
dispatcher, yeah.
And they can hear him in the background calling him the N-word, and he shot him. And after he shot him, he said, "I had to do it. I had to shoot him."
Now, is that going to be a good defense for him?
No.
Well, they're going to say that it was he was in the middle of dealing with somebody. It's a hate crime.
What? It's a hate crime.
Calling somebody N-word in certain states. I don't know if in Philadelphia if it's a hate crime, but in some states.
I don't know if calling him the N-word is considered a hate crime.
No,
I think killing him because he's black would be the hate crime.
No, remember the story with the white dude who was antagonizing the black people in the apartment? He got hit with a hate crime for calling them the N-word and bothering harassment. That was harassment, and he called him the N-word. It's a hate crime.
Y'all throwing that? I mean,
it literally is a hate crime by the book.
Is it really worth your freedom to shoot somebody because they call you the N-word? I don't think this should be celebrated because he's gonna go to prison. He's not gonna get off.
I don't think so.
You think he's gonna get off?
I think if he can prove, him and his lawyer can prove that he
could have walked away.
If him and his lawyer can prove that he was being harassed by this man multiple times.
But I'm gonna tell you, slurs, they're gonna say it was a mutual.
He was on the phone.
They
with
both
him.
were being combative towards one another.
But
I'm not talking about in this
slur.
instance. I'm sure that other times they're gonna say it was a dispute between both, not just one party. They both were going at it with one another.
I agree with you. I don't know if I would shoot him.
I'm not gonna shoot somebody because they call me the N-word.
I'm gonna say this.
I
would
an emotional state of mind.
I don't want to see a bunch of black men going to prison for shooting people, but I am tired of seeing videos of these white people doing racist stuff and y'all simply posting videos online.
So you like that he put action behind?
I'm not saying I want him to shoot or kill a man, but I am tired of seeing people post videos of letting people get away with shit. There was a time when people didn't say stuff because they know they can get punched in the mouth. In real life, you don't say certain things because there's consequences.
Do you believe if we as black people did not allow that word to let us become overly emotional and we didn't pay it any mind, that they wouldn't say it because it wouldn't bother you?
That's not about emotion.
It is about emotion.
No, it ain't. It's reacting to disrespect. You can say
That's
the
emotion.
N-word. You can say
that's emotion.
You can say the N-word. You can call me a bitch. You can call me all type of names. That's disrespect. At some point, as a man.
And what does it trigger? It triggers an emotion.
That's not emotional. Whooping somebody's ass is historic. That's something people do. That's been around for thousands of years.
Why are you reacting to somebody calling you the N-word? You saying
I'm reacting to disrespect.
It's disrespect.
Why are you even talking to me? Get away from me.
What is disrespectful about it?
You're attempting to disrespect me with a word. Yeah.
And you allowed them to succeed
by whooping your ass. Okay, if you think that's succeeding.
He didn't whoop his ass.
I'm not saying it. I'm not talking about in this case. I'm talking about in general. If you're gonna say certain things, this has existed forever. That's not just reacting with emotion. If you're gonna talk a certain way,
I didn't say that
some
it was
people are
just
gonna punch you in your mouth.
I didn't say the N-word was just a word. I said if you didn't allow that word to trigger an emotion and you didn't react to it, you would take away the power of letting it bother you. That's what I'm saying.
You said that somebody who probably ain't never. Have you ever been called the N-word in your face?
Yes, I've been called the N-word.
By who? I don't mean an actual person. Like, it was an older person, younger person. What was it?
It was a older person.
So, an older person saying it to you, would that have the same reaction as somebody who's your exact age? Saying, you nigger. You really telling me you just gonna be like, whatever, man?
I'm not gonna shoot him.
So you keep going to the extreme. I get it. This is an extreme story. Are you gonna punch him in the mouth? Are you gonna react, as you say, emotionally and punch him? That's all I'm saying.
I can't say that because I'm not in that situation. I can't give a yes or no.
Wait, hold on. So you just said, okay, I get it. You talking about particularly the shooting.
I'm talking about particularly the shooting.
I know. And I said, I don't know if I would go as far to shoot somebody for this. But yeah, you can get your ass whooped. Go ahead.
Our community leads won't let them make the N-word a hate crime. Facts honorable. GoFundMe for this man. Is social media and the internet made people think they're invincible?
Exactly.
Where's your riverboat brawl energy? That's the
exactly.
riverboat. No, the riverboat brawl energy would have been him whooping his ass, not pulling a gun out on him. That's the fucking difference.
Okay, I get what you're saying. Hold on, let me make sure I put in context. You're saying
no, don't put shit in context.
I'm talking for me.
Okay,
you're saying shooting somebody for something like this is too far for you, but whooping ass is whatever. It's up to you. It's up to your discernment.
Because you're not gonna go. You're not gonna get a harsh sentence.
Okay.
For whooping somebody's ass versus killing them.
If we talking about shooting versus, okay, I agree with you.
For
100%.
him to have shot him, that was emotional. That triggered him emotionally for him to have shot and killed him.
So you think about it from the standpoint, you're on the phone, this man is standing over there saying the N-word, and you just look at him.
It was at the point where he couldn't have. They've done this 3 or 4 times. There was no more words left to be said. He felt like hands wasn't going to be good enough, so he took his ass out.
I mean, I agree. I agree with that part about the shooting. Go ahead.
Life and death is in the power of the tongue.
Hey, see, that's the truth. Speak. You got to speak life.
Well, okay.
Make sure you. I want to see what you say.
Who deems it overly emotional? I've never heard the K word for Jews outside of the Michael Jackson controversy, but they were allowed to have that word protected.
Every community has words that is for in-house, for the in-house, that only people in-house use. Now, unfortunately, because black people have a hyper microscope on them with their entertainment, and they use these words in entertainment more than they ever have, everybody feels like they can use these words with them.
So
I get your point. I get your point.
Y'all celebrating this man going to jail. He's going to go to jail.
No, we're
prison.
not celebrating his going to jail, because you're talking about it from this standpoint, and I agree. Shooting is a little far. That's far. Unless he was like running up on you, like you probably didn't have to shoot the man. But the ass whooping is
unless
good.
he had a weapon present and put you in immediate threat or harm, that's when you would be able to shoot him. You can't shoot nobody because they call you the N-word.
I agree.
You can whoop their ass.
Okay, well, we agree then.
But you can't shoot them.
So
and
we're
even to me,
agreeing. What is the
disagreement is even them saying that. If some people, it don't trigger them emotionally like that.
I don't know too many people that if somebody called them N-word, say they're not swinging. I don't know too many people like that.
Who you know?
I know. I got a lot of family members. How you think most of our family
and they're violent.
Wow. Y'all see how you talk about the fam? Damn. Anyway. You know,
no mercy for the cracker, all fair in love and war.
Hey, I ain't saying I'm not happy this man is probably going to go to jail. I'm hoping his lawyer can make a good case for him to make the sentence as short as possible. But I'm look, man, people react. The man had a gun in his hand and you talking crazy. It's more on you than him. Oh, you see, I know what you're thinking in your head. What if the opposite? I know what you're thinking in your head, but you don't want to do that.
No, I don't do that. What if a white person? I don't do that.
That's
like how the blacks do.
That's what I was saying. You don't want to do that. All right.
I don't do the reverse shit. I don't think he's gonna go to jail. He needs an attorney like Honorable. Hell of a defense attorney.
Great attorney
that doesn't downplay trauma of this nation on our people. Well, good luck with that. He better go get a tiny hat to be his attorney.
Well, yeah. Yeah. Anyway, speaking of another crazy ass story. You see this one? I think I might have put this one in late.
You did.
Court to hold $400,000.
Shout out to that brother.
what that dude heard for the last time. But anyway, court to hold $400,000 used to post Sissonville couple bond until case resolved. This is a crazy story. This white couple had adopted these black children and had them as slaves. Literally. Look at this. I'm gonna show you. Hold on. A West Virginia Circuit Court judge ruled Thursday that $400,000 Sissonville couple used to post bond in a child trafficking case be put in custody of the court after prosecutors expressed concern that the funds were obtained illegally. The ruling came during a hearing for a recent court filing by the county assistant prosecuting attorney Christopher over concerns of a Donald Ray Lance, 63, and Jenny Lee Whitefeather, 62, used funds to obtain from child trafficking to post their bonds in February. Now I'm going to jump down.
Oh, that's funny. They got the snake.
Oh, yeah. The couple was arraigned on new charges in a case on Tuesday and were taken back into custody after the bonds were raised to $500,000 each. A 16-count indictment was recently returned against Lance and Whitefeather, going far beyond their initial charge of child neglect. Investigators now say the couple sought out and adopted 5 black children from a shelter targeting them with a race to do forced labor. The complaint said Lance and Whitefeather first had them at their 80-acre ranch in Washington State and then moved to Sissonville home. In court filing called the cash posted to secure the couple's release in February, contraband directly or indirectly used or intended for use to facilitate a violation of human rights laws. He went on to say the money constitutes or was derived from gross profit or other proceeds obtained by breaking the law.
I want to feel the hate for the cracker. Y'all better get racist. No tiny hat needed. Can't let them help us with this shit else. The world is flipping on them right before our eyes. How'd they get black children? Were they really black?
Yes, they adopted them from a shelter. Like it sounds crazy to say it that way, from a shelter, like an animal, like a dog. They adopted them and they used them for forced labor.
Inbreds.
And they was in Washington State. This happened here.
Washington. There are way too many of these stories right up there with the sex trafficking, pedophile, you name it, nasty, diabolical buzzards.
Yes, it's crazy. It's nasty. If I think I got a video of this, I'm just play a video of them talking about this case.
Adoptive parents of 3 children are in jail today after Kanawha County deputies said 2 teens were found locked inside a barn. Hannah Klein breaks down the investigation after deputies say they received a 911 call from someone concerned about the kids.
A stunning find in Sissonville has led to the arrest of 2 adoptive parents.
You're being charged with a felony, child neglect, creating risk of injury.
Donald Lance and Jean Whitefeather now in jail as their children are now with CPS. It started on Monday when deputies got a call just before 6 o'clock in the evening. The 2 children were being locked in a barn at this home on Cheyenne Lane in Sissonville.
They weren't able to locate any guardians or parental figures or anybody around the residence or the barn, and started having a conversation with 2 children that were inside the barn.
Deputies eventually forced their way into the barn, where they said they found a 16-year-old girl and 14-year-old boy inside a 20 by 14-foot room. Investigators say the teens had no way to get out of the shed, with no running water, no bathroom. The girl told deputies their parents had brought them food around 6 o'clock that morning, but said her and her brother weren't allowed in the house and were locked in the barn for long periods every day. Eyewitness News spoke to neighbors who were afraid to go on camera, but claimed multiple families called police about the children's safety several times, and they are thankful they are now safe.
Let it have been a black family that they would call Children Protective Services on. They would have been out there immediately. Shelter, CPS, foster care all seem like low-key trafficking centers under our noses.
I'm going to ask a question that may be seen.
For black kids.
I'm about to ask a question. And please don't think I'm being insensitive when I ask this question. It's an honest question. At the age of 16, would somebody be able to lock you in a barn and you not get out?
It depends on your mindset. Do you want to go back into the system and maybe get a family that treats you worse, Do you want to run away and be out there on the streets? It's many factors that play into this. They could have been abused and downtrodden so bad that they're just used to this.
That's why I'm asking the question to say, that tells me it was so bad where she was that this was, at least we not there.
Yeah. They could have been getting molested.
It tells me that the 16 to 14-year-old were willing to be in this barn for hours at a time than be where they were. Which is it speaks to how terrible this country deals with kids that lost their parents or were left or whatever. Where a 16-year-old and a 14-year-old say, look, I would rather be here for a few years than have to go back into that system where we're being literally treated as slaves.
Yeah.
That's just crazy.
I mean, it's a pretty bad case. I mean, it's in any type of situation like this, it's not really comparable. A horrific condition, like it's just not how you want or how you would even expect children to be raised or being taken care of.
Lance and Whitefeather eventually showed up at the home. They're now charged with child neglect, creating substantial risk of injury. The mother admitted the children were left in the shed, but reportedly told deputies they, quote, liked it.
They're trying to, get the children back in better living conditions, better placement, and the detectives will continue to investigate and build this case.
You know it's not happening. You know that the situation not going to get any better for them. Unfortunately, they was failed by the system.
And they're going to grow up fucked up.
Terrible. They're going to have it's going to be a lot to overcome if they ever get over the stuff they went through.
Who does it remind me of? It reminds me of the episode of Ayanna Fix My Life where they had been in and out of the foster care system, they were just fucked up.
It's been spoken about by plenty of people have made documentaries, all type of, content exposing how bad the system is as far as adoption and these shelters and stuff, but nothing gets done about it.
All black children are not being molested. Verbal abuse can be just as traumatizing for a child.
Agreed.
We didn't say all black kids are being molested. It was one factor that was listed.
And I saw that you said one of y'all said that they could have been there since they were 7 to 8, and now it's just conditioning them that this is normal, and that's true as well. So
Shantae said that.
Yeah, ain't this a story we already saw? I'm only showing this to say they keep posting this story.
I don't trust white. I don't trust white landowners that look like Walmart workers.
But we're not gonna read the story. They've written this article multiple times in the last few weeks.
You see the lady right there with the sundress on?
With this one?
No, over.
This one?
Yes. She was the one that was at the meeting. It was talking shit to Brendan Johnson.
So he's trying to get them on his side by pushing the reparations task force thing.
Huh?
He's trying to get them on his side by pushing the reparations task force thing.
Say that again, sorry.
He's trying to get them on his side to push the reparations task force.
Well, she don't like she feeling it.
Well, none of them look necessarily happy.
None of them look enthused.
So yeah, he got the reparations task force, which haven't that been done already? How many times?
I think so.
How many task force y'all gonna start? Like, goddamn. All right,
Shantae, I'm always nice to you. I see Freemason in the lineup. Me too. Look at their feet and hands.
Oh yeah. And I want to show y'all this video. Y'all give me y'all opinion.
Lies.
I want y'all to give me y'all opinion. This is Calarius Miller from the 85 South Show. I think he's funny as hell. He from Mississippi. They on that celebrity college show, right?
College Hill
with celebrities.
Celebrity edition.
Yeah, and he was asked a question about homelessness.
Oh shit.
And he answered the question, and they were mad with him and trying to make him the bad guy. But I'm listening to what he said, and it's like he ain't saying
It's making
that crazy.
logical sense to you.
Yeah. Well, you want to read that one? I'm gonna go ahead and go to this.
Yo, I see Dutch wax fabric. I don't trust. I don't trust the narrative being pushed here. Dutch
the
wax fabric.
He didn't come to the conclusion of why not hold them accountable and make them do it.
Exactly.
It immediately became we got to do it. No, make them do it. You could control this if you. I don't know.
That would be Jimmy Dore saying when they're the Medicaid Act.
Yeah, health Medicaid for all.
Medicaid for all.
Medicare for all. Yeah.
That's holding the government accountable, saying you need to give free healthcare.
Instead of saying, "Hey, as a country, let's pull in money to pay for people's
all
expenses."
of us take $1 out of our bank account.
It's the other way around.
The bad foot biracial. You talking about Claudia Jordan?
Millions of dollars.
That foot dude like
being homeless they've made that into a disease now.
No, they're saying drugs.
That Narnon bullshit.
Let me say this: the first time somebody do drugs,
Lord,
the first time someone do drugs, I think it is a decision. But if I have,
professor,
if I have a bad understanding and I don't have the information about a drug, and I use a drug, I'm young, and then I become addicted, is that not something that turns into a disease? It's like if somebody keep eating certain foods and then they have to get a foot cut off. Like, yeah, it was a decision, but it led to the disease.
Some things are genetic.
I'm talking about people who are.
You talking about sugar, getting sugar and not taking care of yourself and getting your foot amputated? That's a disease?
It's not a disease. It's literally a disease.
The disease is being diabetic.
Yes.
Getting the foot cut off, the hoof.
But I had a disease.
Is you not taking care of yourself.
But I shouldn't even compare it to drugs. Let me take that back. It's not comparable to somebody who's a drug addict. But a drug addict is not a disease to you. Drug addiction.
At one point, I was brainwashed into believing it was a disease.
So you think people can just quit like that?
I don't think people can quit just like that. But you definitely have to have some restraint. You have to, you got to go to. So you got to go to the Most High.
So when somebody is an addict and they're trying to clean themselves up, they don't need help.
Yes, they need
like
help.
A disease, right?
Yeah.
All right then.
You know what help they need?
What?
I could be really bad right now.
Say it.
I'm not gonna say it because I am an empath.
Oh, yeah.
Exactly. What is he gonna do? They're gonna take that shit and throw it right in the garbage. It's never gonna see the day of light. It's a disease.
I think alcoholism is a disease. I think people are predisposed. I said predisposed. I think alcoholism is genetic, or at least addiction.
And some people say that. Some people saying.
I'm sorry, not to interrupt. Not just alcohol, but addiction in general. I think some people it is genetic that you're more likely to become addicted to stuff.
Tamar not in shock.
Yes, that's acting for the show. They know what he's saying and they agree really.
The vet need to advocate to homelessness being a mental disease. That's how we can secure proper funding for them. I suppose, Honorable. You know what? I'm not going to sit here and say I don't have empathy for people that are homeless or people that are on drugs and stuff. But at some point, you have to want to not be homeless. You have to want to not be a drug addict. And some of these people enjoy it.
Some many people are trapped in their own cycle as well. We were just talking about people who went through traumatic stuff, and in order to cope with that stuff, you do things.
Yes,
and now you
doing drugs.
You're stuck in the cycle now.
You're coping
because you do drugs to get over the stuff you went through, but then you want to get clean. But then when you get clean, people bring up the stuff you did when you were on drugs. Now you feel even more guilt, so you start doing drugs again. That's why when somebody gets clean who was on drugs, they don't want you to bring up nothing they did while they was getting high. They feel like that wasn't them, and when you bring it up, they feel guilt, which means they do drugs.
Well, you got to get over it because it's your past, is what you did.
But if you hurt somebody while you were on drugs, and that person holds you to what you did when you were on drugs,
well, that's why you're supposed to go back and make recompense with them. And
they could choose not to give you that.
And AAA, there's steps you have to do. You have to write down every name or something person that you did to. Now, if it's so heinous that you know it's gonna put you in jail or cause something, then you just say it.
Even for that small stuff, some people can say, "No, I don't forgive you." They can just say no.
An empath that's into conspiracy theories, boy, pick a struggle. Pick a struggle. I got a struggle for you, Arnold Sienna. Atonement. Huh?
Hold on, y'all. Hold on.
I'm not gonna say nothing.
All right. Anyway, let me show.
Boy, pick a struggle.
All right. Building wealth among African immigrants. We were just talking about the reparations with Brandon Johnson.
I can say that you have conspiracies towards black men, conspiracy theories.
Oh, yeah, you do.
So you're a conspiracy person too. I thought this country is run by corporations, banks, and other entities, and not people.
Well, the people are supposed to run
conspiracy
the country, but you're right, that don't really happen. Now, this is the name of the article now.
On code, a conspiracy theorist. Okay. What's the struggle? Share with the group.
But this is the original title of the article. Building Wealth Among New Black Americans, African Immigrants.
Honorable, why are you trying to turn me against you?
Now, I want to try to look at this title from another perspective instead of what's obvious there.
Here you go.
Maybe
you
when
love
they
playing with the devil.
When they say building wealth for new black Americans, maybe they mean these group of people are now included in the black American group. So they're new black Americans. They're added to the group of black Americans rather than replacing the black Americans. Is that a defense?
No, it's not a defense.
But
because
it's
we got
obvious what they're
eyes and
saying.
we can see and we know what they're talking about.
But it seems like that's what they're saying, though. They're not saying they're replacing. They're saying
Okay,
these are
go
new
to the
ones
article.
added to the group. You see here, building a good credit score can be a challenge for many black people in this country as systemic racism has foreclosed economic opportunities to them. They have been and often still are denied the loans and other used to boost their credit, and their families have been blocked from building the generational wealth that provides others with a start they need toward economic mobility. But many new immigrants from Africa who face dual challenges of racism and adjusting to a new country do not even know what the credit score is, such as just the challenges faced by the African Development Center in Minneapolis, home of one of the country's largest population of immigrants from the countries such as Somalia, Liberia, Ethiopia, Kenya, Nigeria, Sudan, and Eritrea. Or Eritrea. You know how you say it? Eritrea?
Where you at?
Eritrea. Eritrea.
It's Eritrean.
Eritrea. All right.
Where is that?
I don't forget how to say it now. Eritrea.
Yeah, it's Eritrea.
I thought Eritrea.
It's Eritrea.
All right, the ADC has also a unique mission. Basically, this whole article is dedicated to talking about building wealth among black immigrants and how they're overcoming the struggle that black Americans have had to deal with.
We are the truth community.
So they're the new black Americans, as they say. But I would hope they write that title.
Duke, you know what they're referring to. Let's not play dumb. Yeah, we finally get to know who are you. Who? Which blacks are you? I want to know.
Well, that's a question that people are getting mad with. On that video I just put out with Tyler, the clip I put out from episode 158, the comments, there was a bunch of people asking the question of why is this important? Why are you asking about her racial lineage and all that stuff? And I said, well, these are questions that's always existed. Who are you? Where you from? What's your purpose here?
That's what you're supposed to say. Shout out to Pastor Darby. When you come in his church, who are you? Who sent you?
Who sent you? What's your purpose here?
Yeah, what are you doing here?
Where you from? Where your people's from?
The government is helping immigrants. Conspiracy theorists against black men? Absolutely not. I may be a bit delulu or uninformed, but never into conspiracies. Shout out to Craig. He said, gotta go. Peace, family. Yeah, we still in the first segment.
Who's Craig?
They report these fake wealth numbers to support bringing others into this nation. Nothing more. To see how they're using the term Black American, this is by using African Americans as a tribe, is important.
Yeah, I've seen people. By the way, I just found this out. So the FBA ADOS thing, I told you the younger generation was going to create something new. They have something called Soul African American Nation. So Soul AAN. So that's what they call themselves. Solan. That's what they call themselves.
So this is another term Black Americans are using.
They saying FBA is trash. They saying ADOS can't work. So
ADOS, FBA, Freeman. Now it's Soul People.
Solan, yeah.
But I thought also there was Soul People.
But it's the same thing. It's the same.
Who are we? Can we get a name?
We are chosen people.
Only folks asking that do know what is important to know. You can't fool us no more.
Exactly.
Ali talked about Africans being able to eat at only white restaurants that Black Americans couldn't. Why are they now seen as black?
Malcolm X did too. Malcolm X said the same thing when he had that debate with the Puerto Rican dude. He was like, Puerto Ricans ain't Black Americans. But they ignore him saying that, but yeah.
The government has always infiltrated our movements
since day one. And then let me say this. Let's be honest. If Black Americans were the majority and every other demographic was a minority, it would be smart to keep tabs on what they're doing and what they have planned. That's what you do when you have different classes of people in your country. You make sure you always know what people are doing. Go ahead.
Woke was red pill since the Matrix. Look what it means today. A Black woman wrote The Matrix. FBA is a social media group that old heads are drawn to, nothing more.
Old heads.
Duke is a free thinker. FBA is Freeman. Do your research. Honorable.
Well, they may be true, Uncle, but for the most part, when you see online, most of those titles are used by the older demographic. The younger people, like 25 and under, really 30 and under even, they don't really use those terms. They use other stuff. But yeah. I'm not gonna stay on this.
Freeman has nothing to do with FBA.
I'm not gonna stay on this too long. Nigerian couple convicted of forced labor faces 20 years in prison. I meant to put this next to the other couple, the white couple. So this is in New Jersey. They had pretty much the same thing going on, except I think the kids were actually Nigerian as well.
They were coming out of the African continent.
Yeah, so they were bringing the kids over and were pretty much using them
It wasn't
as
kids. It was adults. It was a person that brought a kid with them, but they both were adults.
Oh yeah, but they were using them for labor.
Yeah,
it was like servants basically, but it was
beyond servitude because they weren't getting paid.
That's what I'm saying. It was like what do you call it?
Slavery.
It was slavery. I can't even try to mention. I'm about to say indentured servants, but no, they weren't getting paid. So yeah. What the hell going on? People wanting slaves nowadays. What's going on? Is it kind of that bad where people just want free labor around so they can make life easier for them? Right.
Freeman is mentioned in the constitutional law along with African American, not FBA.
You see this one right here?
Yes.
Well, I ain't got to read the whole thing.
In Kenya,
yeah,
they don't play. So the British Army is raping the Kenyan women, but some Kenyan women are having kids with the British men freely.
So this is where this article gets muddy because, like you said, the British Army trains in Kenya. Many women say soldiers rape them and abandon children they fathered. The thing about it is, I don't know what percentage you would say were forced versus there's consensual women who are consensually messing around with these British men to have children.
In the article, it don't matter if they're raped or it's consensual. They see them as white.
Exactly.
They said these are white people, and pretty much they want these biracials. They don't call them biracial. They say white people that have citizenship
in Britain.
Because they don't belong in Kenya because they white.
Because the women are saying because their kids are white, they get treated a certain way. Which, yeah. One woman says that she had a husband with 2 kids,
and he left her.
And she said she was forced,
raped
by a British man, and ended up getting impregnated. And when she had a baby and it was white, he left her and never came back
because he didn't want a white baby.
I don't know if I believe. I agree, but I think some of these men don't believe these women are being forced. The Kenyan government is believed to be covering some of this stuff up, obviously, because they don't want to ruin relationships with the British government, because the British government, I think, is paying them $400,000 a year to train there. So I think a lot of the Kenyan men believe they're not forcing y'all. Some of y'all are consensually trying to get impregnated by these men because you think it's going to lead to a better life. Let us know if we're good. Not sound issues. Let us know if we're good. Okay.
Oh, Shantae said no sound issues here.
She being silly. Okay. All right. But yeah, these men clearly don't believe these women are being all forced. So they kind of passing this on and saying, no, y'all just want to lay up with these white men. And it's funny because these stories exist anywhere you bring these soldiers to. In Middle East, Afghanistan, it was the soldiers were dealing with the women as well.
Well, the Asians are coming over there doing the same thing too.
And that's another thing I want to talk about. Why is so many...
Sorry, that was my computer. I hit a button.
Oh,
wow,
okay.
Regina. Wow. Mansa Musa sent the first Americans here, Olmec.
So I'm wondering, and remember, Africa has the youngest population on the planet. The continent of Africa is the youngest population, and it's a big population. Do you think Asians are purposely going there, impregnating women, leaving, so that there could be a Asian community built?
Absolutely.
So these
Asians
biracial
are very strategic.
Not just them, the whites too. So they have now, if you're white, Asian, Indian, whatever, you have these kids there that are biracial. They're gonna build some level of a group
Like in
together.
South Africa, colored.
Exactly. And now they'll start running for office. They'll start passing certain laws to make sure they benefit. And now when you're full Indian, or full Asian, full white, and you come there, you're gonna benefit from what they did.
Yeah.
So they're trying to put people on the ground direct, boots on the ground, so that they can be a part of that growth they expect Africa to have in the next 100 years or so. These people are diabolical. Planning 100 years in the future to make sure we have some level of
conniving, sneaky.
Yeah. And then that whole, hey, let me say this to all the, shout out to the Africans, to all that 100% African shit. Y'all, in the next 50 years, that's going to change, because these biracial kids are still in the country. They're going to intermarry with the locals. So that 100% African is about to be gone in the next 50 years.
100%.
Y'all gonna have that 10% European.
Because they're white. Nobody in Kenya is light skinned.
Yeah. So that demographic.
We don't have different shades of brown here.
So they're trying to shift the demographics of the African continent.
Particularly that. I'm talking about particularly that tribe.
Well, yeah, in Kenya.
The Sudanese. More colored.
Yeah, it's a strategy to colonize, yeah. They already did it with religion, because a lot of Africa is Muslim, Christian, and all the other stuff. So they already did it with the religion. Now they need to put their genes in the continent so that they can mangle up the
everybody about to look like Michael Ealy and Ella May. Wow, booed up, and he's part of the Green-Eyed Bandits, like Duke. The world operates similarly to the series and movie Westworld, rinse, wash, repeat, where the gods and the devils per cycle switch places.
Yeah.
She's just 17, but Marian lives alone in this single-room house, a mixed-race girl in rural Kenya where nobody looks like her.
They actually call me poor white girl. I don't know why they call me poor white girl. They always say, why are you here? Just look for a connection that you will go to your own people. You don't belong in here.
Oh, wow. Marian's mother, Lydia Juma, was among hundreds of women who accused soldiers from the British Army Training Unit Kenya, Batuk, of rape. She was interviewed in this 2011 documentary.
Because in our tribe, we can't report that thing. It's a big shame if you go and say that you have been raped.
Lydia Juma died 2 years after that.
Huh?
Why did they cut that off? What did they do when you go to the tribe men and you report that you've been raped? What did they do?
Well, no, they go to the British embassy or whatever. They go to them and say, your soldiers did something to me, and they go, oh, okay, we'll investigate it.
Oh, we're not gonna do shit.
And when they go to the men and say something happened, the men go, yeah, right. So the men accuse them. I'm not saying all, but I believe some of the men go, they forced you, huh?
Some of them I do believe get.
Yeah, 100%. But I think some of the men locally go, why are you around them?
Sometimes you don't necessarily have to be around them. They could, infiltrate into the camp. And
we talking about Africa.
The tribe.
Where they women are together and the men kind of, so they're like, why are you even off away? I'm not saying it's right. Some of these men over there, they have a different culture. They don't view this whole freedom of women thing the same way the West do. Like, they look at it like, take your ass over there and don't go over here. Stay away from these people. Like, that's how they view it. They start to blame the woman for stuff that happened to her.
If you read the book Daughters of the Trade about the transatlantic slave trade, they've been mixing. 23andMe will take care of all of this. The world don't need no more Michael Ealy types. He always looks so uncomfortable in his skin outside his roles.
Damn.
Sienna B.
He had what's her name, blushing. But anyway,
who blushing?
what's her name? Not Regina King. What's her name? The one from Scary Movie.
Regina Hall.
Regina Hall.
And Marian has never met her father. She has to fend for herself in a society that ostracizes her.
You have not lost hope of finding your father someday?
No, I've never lost hope.
Oh, so she do want to meet her father.
Mixed-race children keep being born in the remote villages where the British Army trains in Kenya. Generica Namoru says she was in a consensual relationship with a British soldier while she worked at their base, but she claims he has never supported her since
Michael Easley.
she gave birth.
So she said she was in a consensual relationship with him, and when she got pregnant, he dipped on her.
She might be a lesbian. That means nothing. She's also an actress. Suspected lesbian. Oh, wow.
Are you trying to say that black women don't like Michael Easley? All right.
Ed Lawson, a script at OnCode 24/7. You guys might consider doing a joint series of videos tackling issues like conspiracy theories, symbolisms, etc. Laughing my ass off. OnCode. Y'all not racist yet? Absolutely.
Yeah, there's some wicked stuff they doing. And it's funny because that's just Kenya. We know what's happening in all other places in West Africa. We know obviously it happened in South Africa. This is how
actually, you know what we working. Oh, there's a lot of stuff.
I move forward.
We can't even. We used to get into the conspiracy bag, but you know,
yeah.
After being
at some point, we will definitely do the movie breakdowns again. We did one like 2 years.
Oh wow, Regina. Michael is attractive, but he's no Morris Chestnut or Idris Elba. The darker the berry, the sweeter the juice in my eyes. LOL. Well, we know which side of the pendulum you swing on, Regina.
I'm here for the crossover show.
Michael Ealy only works with specific generations of black women.
All right, y'all talk. Okay, y'all not gonna have me talk. Calling
Morris
another man.
Chestnut is an American treasure.
Y'all not gonna have me up here defending another man's attractiveness. So y'all can have it. I'm not gonna defend it. Y'all can say what you want to say. But some of y'all in the chat line,
About
I've
what?
seen the reactions to Michael Ealy. Y'all lying. Some of y'all.
Oh, you trying to say? What you trying to say that it's not possible for them to find Morris?
No,
Chestnut?
I'm saying them saying her saying they only work with a certain generation of black women. I'm like, okay, I'll take your word on that, but
don't put Idris in the same sentence with Morris. Damn. She still ain't believing the hype that he's black American.
Idris is black American. All right, federal court hears argument to stop farm work in Angola prison in Louisiana in high heat. A federal
Shout out to Kiefer.
What up?
I knew your ass was lurking somewhere. I knew you were lurking.
Damn, look. I was talking shit.
The reaction from older women and mutts.
Wow. All right.
Damn, in real life, Honorable Sienna, Honorable Sienna would look at me and just go. She would just wave her hand like,
dismissed.
Boy, hush. Dismissed.
Yeah, all right. I'm talking big on the internet.
Always lurking.
I'm talking big on the internet.
Like I said, Michael is easy on the eyes, just not my preference. Some of us find out together Idris is a traitor. I'm just focused on looks at this moment.
But yeah, so a prison in Louisiana, they're trying to stop them from working on farms in high heat because it's obviously too hot. A federal judge heard arguments on a motion to stop using the farm line at Louisiana State Penitentiary, commonly called Angola, during the hot summer heat in Louisiana. Federal Judge Brian Jackson took up the request for the emergency order at the Ryan Long Federal Building and Courthouse. The hearing started at 2 p.m. Afterwards, the news conference took place in the Promise of Justice Initiative, Rights Behind Bars, and the Voice of Experiences.
Hold on. She says, Sir Dirk, you have not been called upon to defend the tribe of Ely. He would because he's part of the colored eyes group.
I just said I'm not going to defend another man's attractiveness. I'm just saying some of y'all lying.
He's sticking up for his colored eyes.
I've seen the reactions.
Kinsman.
Anyway, in May, Vote, an 8-man currently in prison in Angola, asked the federal court for an emergency order to stop outdoor farm work once temperatures exceeded 80 degrees Fahrenheit. It's hard to overstate how life-threatening a combination of forced labor, high heat, and Angola's woeful inadequate medical care are for those who locked inside. The director of the Rights Behind Bars in the news release, in action of the in the face of these conditions is unacceptable. Angola should have ended the farm long time ago. What is your opinion on forced labor and high heat? You hear me?
Sorry, I was somebody coworker.
Okay. What is your opinion on forced work labor and high heat for prisoners?
Absolutely not.
Do you think they should end it?
They should end it.
I don't think they're gonna win this case.
anything they said anything above 88 degrees.
Yeah.
I agree with that. It's slavery.
But we know that.
Like that's like you being out in the fields back in the day at 100 degree weather, want you out there slaving. No.
Yeah.
That's like here. If it get above 75, if it get above 80 degrees here, shit is closing.
Yeah.
Don't let it get 90. People passing out in the street.
Which is funny because where we from, 88 is like it's hot, but
then it was. But if it get 88 up here, I'm the same way.
No, I'm talking about where we from. 88 degrees was like a hot day. It was just a regular warm,
perfect
hot day.
temperature is 70s.
Yeah, 78, 76.
Matter of fact, I'll go lower. 65 is perfect.
Oh, that's you
temperature for
now.
me.
That's you now. Back then, 60 was like damn near fleece weather.
I don't like it. The light skins are handsome too. Gina prefers the dark skins. Hell, there are even a couple of the DACAs I find attractive, just not for me.
See, I'm cold. I am race loyal.
But yeah.
All right.
So everybody has a preference, I see. Right. Yep, I found out in NC I suffer from heat strokes. Never happened to me in Seattle.
Yes, yeah.
You go to NC, you're going to get cooked.
All right, I would have gotten killed here. Baseball legend Reggie Jackson on racism he faced in Alabama. I would never want to do it again, Jackson said Thursday in Rick Woodfield during the MLB tribute to Negro League players. Let me play this.
We're still not free yet. There's a presumption of dangerousness and guilt that gets assigned to black and brown people, and it doesn't matter how wealthy
I don't know why the brown is there, but whatever.
You are, how kind you are, how talented you are. You can go places where you have to navigate a presumption.
Go ahead.
It's the pretty round brown. It's the pretty round brown driving me. Wow. Light eyes is like a parlor trick.
Okay.
Damn, dude. Are you offended?
No. I hate when people do. Don't do that. I'm not offended at all. Don't be throwing emotions on me. Don't do that.
It's just emotions. Red flag on the brown. They do condition to include those people.
Yeah, I don't know why they always include brown.
Of dangerousness and guilt. And our political and elected officials need to help us eliminate that burden because it's unfair. I'm a lawyer. I'm a middle-aged black man. I've got all of these degrees. I've won cases at the Supreme Court, and I still go to places where I'm viewed as less than, where I'm presumed to be the defendant or presumed to be dangerous just because of the way I appear. And that's a heavy burden. I can tell you because I'm getting older that when you're constantly navigating these presumptions of dangerousness and guilt, it's exhausting.
Yeah.
And we want something better. And I continue to believe that there is something that feels more like freedom, more like equality, more like justice, and I think it's waiting for us.
And this, I'm playing this to show, we talked about this before, about the idea of some people, especially as you get older, the drive to fight things goes away and you just want comfort.
He got the, look at Brian Lee, he got the rainbow. He put up 3 around your 4 flags. Boy, stop acting like you don't know the lyrics to Bumping and Grinding. I don't. Oh, I get it now. Duke is Zoe Williams type. Yeah, light eyes with those pretty eyes don't want us to know the real you, real name, real skin. Joking. Look at
yeah,
Honorable Regina.
But yeah, so he's saying that what he's talking about is the idea of exhaustion from dealing with quote unquote racism in this country. And I believe that that's why a lot of people, when they get older, they just say, look, man, I'm just going to worry about me and mine and try to make things as comfortable as possible. I ain't got time to try to fight the war. But that's a young man. That's a young person.
Yeah, around 40, they give up.
I ain't going to say give up, but they definitely start simply becoming a mentor and trying to guide the youth and just like, I ain't got the energy no more.
Yep, the drive. Yeah, the drive does go away. Shit, you can barely get out of the bed, correct?
Baton has been passed.
But yeah, now this video right here, this is Jackson. This is baseball legend Reggie Jackson. He played in the Negro League. Now, something that people was pointing this out to say, you know, the MLB is obviously trying to focus on the Black American experience because they're trying to boost up the numbers. But his father is Puerto Rican. But
he's not black.
No, he's only ever claimed black.
I don't give a damn what he claimed. If his father is Puerto Rican, he's Puerto Rican. He's just like
We've been
Shakira
talking earlier
Stevenson.
about if it wasn't for the Willie Mays, the Jackie Robinson, the Reggie Jacksons, the three of us wouldn't have an opportunity to play. How emotional is it for you to come back to a play?
Yeah, that's
Did he get a tan?
Alex Rodriguez definitely been darkening his skin, which is a surprise coming from a Spanish, but yeah.
Damn, it's like he went to a tanning bed.
It is funny to see what's his name?
I know, I forget. Jeter, Derek Jeter.
They're seeing Derek Jeter.
He's like in his natural color right now.
With one of the greatest teams.
It's the seed of the father. Next segment.
It is.
Alex, when people ask me a question like that,
Tommy,
it's like coming back here is not easy. The racism that I played here.
Oh, damn.
When I played here, the difficulty of going through different places where we traveled. Fortunately, I had a manager and I had players on the team that helped me get through it.
I'm not gonna put the whole thing. He basically talked about the bombing that happened in Alabama with the young girls and how he played in Alabama when it happened.
Tommy Sosa.
So the same time he played in Alabama that happened. So now you got to play baseball in this state where they just bombed a church.
Oh, the 5.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
So he told that story and how that impacted how he don't even like being in Alabama pretty much.
Puerto Rican.
Hey, the man has always claimed black.
Shantae said that he might have just got back from vacation.
Yeah, all right.
Sound like a Latinx.
He lost out on what's her name, J-Lo, and J-Lo.
He lost out on J-Lo?
J-Lo be spinning the block, boy. Jenny from the block be spinning the block.
These are all arranged relationships.
It is. All right, quick story. We're gonna run through these. Boeing CEO
for the backup dancers.
Boeing CEO confirms that his company has retaliated against whistleblowers.
Oh, people putting out the truth that these raggedy ass planes are falling apart?
But no, he's saying that he's confirmed that his country has retaliated against those people.
Oh,
exposing them. Now, he didn't go on to say that they was offing people, but it was just like, wait, why would you even admit that y'all have retaliated? But anyway, we're going to just run through this. We're going to run through this. Hold on. Milwaukee Brewers employee was hired as female assassin and foiled plot. So now they're showing a man, but in reality, there's a woman who worked for the Milwaukee Brewers.
Yeah, who was
an assassin
to kill him.
Like, wait, what? So you see right here, it says, unmasked the hit woman in the hijab, on the run American whose double life as an assassin for hire was exposed after a jammed gun saw her botch a contract healing in Birmingham. So this person would have been dead too if the gun didn't jam. What is going on?
Well, that's faith. Every time a gun jam, and that always tells me it wasn't time to go.
I always keep asking the question. We've heard more about serial killers in the last 2 years. Remember, there's another guy who just got exposed for being a serial killer. He's a strangler. He was strangling 2 women and killed them. So they got him. Now you got a white woman who's a serial killer, a hit woman, get jammed up, who worked for the Milwaukee Brewers, a baseball team. What the hell's going on?
Well, that's her,
Well, that's her alias, obviously.
Shantae, he looked like he got on a self-tanner. I recently tried some and loved the results of how bronze and glowy it made my skin. Well, how are you able to put on tanner?
Hold on now. Something ain't adding up.
Something not adding up. I mean, you made it seem like you were that model from what's the real dark model from East Africa?
What are you talking about? I don't know what name though.
She said she put on tanner. Was she Russian?
No, she wasn't Russian.
Natasha. Hold up, wait a minute, something ain't right.
All right, TikTok star Rabbi Hayim Cohen, who adopted 9 boys, has been charged with human trafficking, 11 charges of child sexual and physical abuse. Cohen was caught human trafficking from the Texas border with a van with 8 children.
Of abusing several of his siblings, claiming that the rabbi told them that he would kill them if they dared to tell anyone about the abuse.
So this rabbi was around abuse. We used to this type of story from the rabbis. But look at this. One of the rabbi's adult sons recently was charged with the same stuff.
They said same shit.
Son of Houston man who was charged with sexually assaulting 6 adopted sons now faces similar charges. Wait, what? The whole family line. But you're not allowed to point this out because
Well, that's just white people in general.
Too long.
Yeah. Let me play this now.
I'm Coco Jones complexion, and it made my skin look amazing.
Did you know that domestic?
Oh, you think he was glowing, huh?
She wanted to be glistening in the sun.
Yeah.
Did you know that domestic help
She wanted to
slavery
get
is
cat calls.
more common in the USA than sex slavery? Isaaca and Bolaji
Oh, we already talked about it. This is old. I didn't play the video.
Lorinwa were a successful married couple living in New Jersey. He's a psychiatric doctor and she's a nurse practitioner. They're U.S. citizens who immigrated here from Nigeria. They brought 2 young girls over from Nigeria with the promise of education and a better life. Upon arrival, the couple confiscated the girls' passports and forced them to work in their home as slaves, cleaning, cooking, and providing childcare. The girls were subjected to regular beatings, verbal abuse, isolation, and constant surveillance in a bid to keep them working every day around the clock for no money. Eventually, one of the girls told a local college professor what they were enduring, and he called in the FBI, who rescued the girls. They're now safe and living and getting educated here in the U.S.
Isn't it cringe that a white man is reporting this story?
Yeah, it's kind of crazy. Knowing the history is just like, yeah.
Well, he probably would say, I didn't own any slaves.
I did not come from slave owners. My family didn't get here until the how do you say?
I'm Italian.
My family didn't get here to late 1800s, early 1900s.
What's up with all these AI images being used to illustrate black abused children? What network is this?
That was some dude's TikTok. They're using a lot of more AI because they don't want to use actual children's pictures.
Ticket 65.
But yeah. All right. Remember that judge we talked about a few months ago?
That was fired because of incompetence.
Yeah, she would bring people in, let them do weddings without letting security deal with it. She did a whole bunch of crazy stuff.
Well, she's a brawler now.
Infamous Georgia judge arrested in nightclub for a fight with a cop.
What's the term they use for her? Go down. They got it in red. Go back. I think it's more up. Systematic incompetence.
So the same judge who did all the other stuff.
Judges be wild. Judges been wilding lately. And
Yeah.
Tiffany Hangard, she's still at it.
She still is. So now she up here fighting on cops.
And she looked like she throw hands too.
She just been so.
The family judge, she like T.S. Madison.
Oh,
God damn, honorable.
She do look like that dude. She do. Good Lord. That's crazy. Hold on. You just called a black woman a man?
You just called a black woman a man, honorable. That's not right. That's not right. Look at Uncle Facts, honorable.
I mean, she ain't wrong, but
that ain't right.
That ain't right.
The big payback.
All right. They don't look like her. Or does he look like her? Well, yeah, that's true.
The imitator.
She do look tough. Yeah, she definitely throw hands. Got hard hands, big hands. U.S. House passed bill automatically registering man 18 to 26-year-old for draft. So now you don't have to register. It will register for you.
Honorable Sienna getting drafted.
Oh yeah. It says right here, the U.S. military draft bill will require women to register for selective service. So they're not necessarily going to be for
fighting.
Front line, but they have to do some
They'll
other
use
stuff.
It for, like a nurse, something. We need your ass over there, or something we need you over there.
Yeah, you said
for.
it right, because that's exactly what. Unfortunately, the women in the military are kind of known for,
She will always speak her truth.
Women in the military are kind of known for being.
Someone said this was always the case. What's new about it?
Well, no, you always had to register, but now it automatically does. It's automated. It does it for you. So now, when you turn 18, you don't have to go register to get, when you get your ID and all this. You don't have, before you get your ID, when you turn 18, you don't have to go register. They do it for you now.
I ain't going. Oh, wait, I'm too old. They better use their merit system for that shit. Whites and Asians.
I'm not a nurse type.
Clearly. I'm not a nurse type. Okay, that's what you say, Honorable Sienna. Is that legal?
No, they did it. So, yeah. All right, pandemic treaty to be finalized by 2025. Oh, you say you're not an impact. Oh, you don't go get up there and tell them you don't give a fuck about nobody. Can't be a nurse like that. All right,
everybody gonna die.
Pandemic treaty, damn, Travis.
It won't pass the city. Yeah, for real. If Honorable Sienna is a nurse, black men ain't surviving. the white, she getting out of here.
Only person getting saved is some black
woman. And if the black woman, if the black woman not in line with her views, she get that smoke too.
You gonna put a blade in there while they laying there?
A rusty blade.
No, I'm joking.
They say that nurses know how to kill you. Nurses have all types of. They've come up with concoctions of how some. Wow. So she's not even denying it.
He said, "Look, y'all ain't telling the complete lie. Pandemic treaty to be finalized by 2025. We brought up the bird flu.
The bird flu. Kiefer said, no, the bill passed in the House. It won't pass in the Senate.
Well, they're hoping it don't, but
can I nurture you?
If we go into war, I would not be surprised. It's not an accident that this has been pushed. This has been a bill that's created right now when you got Russia, Israel, Iran, China, with Taiwan and all the other stuff going on. So I agree it probably shouldn't pass. But who knows what they'll do if shit hit the fan? They're gonna press the button.
Can you nurture your man, Honorable? No, she cannot be obsequious. She won't even be a sycophant, which is like, I'm just doing this for advantages. Fuck it. Honorable says she's not doing it.
All right, look, the world desperately needs a new pandemic treaty. Negotiate. Now remember, the treaty that was supposed to be signed for the WHO organization, or at least the World Pandemic Treaty, did not get passed, or at least didn't get signed by everyone. Now they're expecting it to. It's supposed to be done a couple months ago. Now they're expecting it to be done at least next year. That's why they're saying 2025. Now, please understand that whenever a treaty is signed, it usurps the American Constitution.
Mm-hmm.
So when you sign a treaty, especially with something like WHO, or at least the word, let them be the governance over a pandemic, that means they will have full control over your country as far as the resources and stuff. So when you talk about a country that like to stock a whole bunch of resources and stuff to help their country individually,
mm-hmm.
if they get in control, they can literally stop that from happening. Make it where you cannot hoard resources. You must share everything evenly. Or
they're not doing that though.
Take it from some countries completely if we don't like your government. If we don't like your government and we think y'all into some shady stuff, but we just disagree with you, we can just punish you by doing that.
The politicians still don't want their kids going to war.
Never.
I can nurture anyone who accepts my everything. Selfish, compromise. They never honored any treaties ever.
Well, not with the Native Americans and not with any country they feel like they can bully.
Some stuff you say is unacceptable. Compromise.
What? More LGBT.
No, not that one. Compromise.
Oh.
More LGBT. You mean they want to pay for more surgeries? Wow.
Countries fail to agree on treaty to prepare for the world's next pandemic. They're already looking forward to the next pandemic after this one. Then we're gonna go. I want to go here.
What countries do we feel we can bully? Well,
everybody south of the equator.
Everybody, there's quite a few countries we can
Only
bully.
countries that America has some level of, we got to make sure we deal with you correctly.
Russia,
like Russia, China,
North Korea.
Not North Korea, no.
I think North Korea.
Russia, China, maybe Iran.
North Korea, because North Korea is then backed by Russia.
Well, yeah. If you count friendships.
Oh, what?
Yeah.
Oh, can't bully. Yeah, can't bully Russia,
China. Even though, let's be honest, Russia. In reality, there's not a country on this planet that America can't bully.
Are we willing to Russia, China, India? Are we willing to for the world to go blue?
If we want to be really honest, Russia does not have near the technology to deal with America. China doesn't either. China just has manpower. They have a lot of people.
So is that BRICS thing still intact?
Yes, it's growing still.
I don't believe China. They don't have the manpower.
They got the manpower. They have the manpower. They don't have. Well, if you mean the manpower as far as being effective, maybe not, because we've seen, Asian men are very
dainty.
So
fragile.
maybe not.
India. Why is India on the list? They need toilets. My God, they live in squalor.
India would only be on the list as far as just like China numbers. They have a lot of people.
India is so bad, they just go out and shit. They just go outside their house and shit.
Well, America can't bully England because England is daddy to them. England is the financial wing of the global Western world. England runs the money. United States is the military, and the Vatican is the actual leader of the world, the Pope. He the one that actually dictate everything. But anyway, scientists try to solve bird flu mystery. Why there is so much virus in Michigan wastewater? Remember, it was in Austin, Texas a few weeks ago. They found the bird flu.
Mm-hmm.
Now they're saying Michigan is filled. The Michigan wastewater is filled with bird flu. They're wondering why so much is there.
On Coast, are you gonna do content with them?
We might. I can't lie. I haven't even got around to doing the whole movie breakdown stuff, so not gonna make a promise. I'll be honest. Newly released wastewater surveillance data suggests Michigan is a national hotspot for the highly pathogenic avian influenza virus that affecting poultry, dairy, cows, and other mammals across the U.S. and also been identified in 3 farm workers, 2 in Michigan. They also said that the bird flu is now starting to affect breathing for people who get it. So I think it might be something that's being passed on now from human to human.
Mm.
So researchers told that the Free Press is still trying to understand why the samples from all 6 of Michigan's wastewater testing sites monitored by wastewater scans show high levels of H5 influenza A virus. The most detections are of any of the 38 states with sampling sites, even in areas like Jackson and Warren, where there are no known H5N1 outbreaks among dairy cows, poultry, or people this year. So the thing right here says they got some questions that are there more people infected dairy cattle in the state than is currently known? Are people unknowingly infected, carrying the virus and excreting H5 particles into the wastewater system, or there's some other sources of causing the Michigan's H5 wastewater detections to rise above other states? You have this bird flu pandemic risks high as cows cause cases appear in officials warn of humans role. And let me jump forward. Bird flu outbreak at dairy farms continue to rise concerns about virus spreading. And this is another one. We got to go to this one. How far do you think this can go?
If they're trying to create another pandemic, this can go very far.
And it's funny
they
that
said Biden, in order to not have the election, we would have to have a pandemic.
Funny, this is being the media is already preparing you for it in the middle of a election, which is for some reason this don't feel like an election year.
Say what?
This don't feel like an election year.
Well, they haven't done any. I feel like they haven't done any like debating.
It's not gonna happen.
Well, we know it's not gonna happen because Biden can't debate.
He's just,
and all Trump is gonna do is just get on the stage and mock him.
Yeah.
So that's what it would be. It would just be a clown show. China not making our stuff for free. It works both ways. At Lost in the Script TV, off topic. Travis, do you know that Arfanel is a well-known journalist in his area? Yeah.
Yeah, he was on television. He was on ESPN or some sports network, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know.
Matter of fact, he's played video. He's done like little snippets of it on the channel.
Mm-hmm.
The media, Greek goddess Medea. Is that the YouTube Regina?
Trump courts rappers as surrogates for his campaign to win more voters of color. So you're going to get rappers to stand in front of crowds as he pardoned them for crimes to support him, which it don't really work. Although being convicted criminal, or at least being accused of being a criminal and getting black criminals to support you is like,
like what?
Like, what does that look like to you? I'm being accused of being a criminal. I've been found guilty of felonies, and now I got.
Oh, so now you don't want him to vote? Because before you said that.
No, I didn't say not vote. I said,
okay.
What does it look like that he's going purposely getting black people who have been accused of, who have felonies and arrested for crimes, rappers, to vouch for him when he also has crime?
Because Trump feels like he can identify with how the system treats them.
Okay.
So he's going to get like-minded individuals.
Kwame Kilpatrick to Newsmax. Media skewed Trump's image to black Americans. Let me play this right here. Video gonna load. Go on now. Hold on. This is the same dude who who he's endorsing him after he commuted his sentence for racketeering, extortion, and bribery and fraud. So even this dude, the former Democratic mayor of Detroit, he has a criminal history and he's supporting Trump.
Okay, what's wrong with that?
You don't see nothing with that.
Y'all be trying to make a molehill out of a mountain. They like who they like. They want to vote for who they vote for.
All right. We can skip this. Trump says he wants to allow people who go to college in America to get automatic citizenship if they graduate. What do you think?
Repeat that one more time. Sorry.
Trump says that anyone who comes to America for education and graduate, they should be automatically given citizenship. Do you agree?
Are we giving them citizenship because they're going to stay in the country?
Yeah, they're staying in the country. They graduated
to the United States. Because some of them just come here and get the education and then go back.
They can leave if they want, but if they want to stay, they should be granted the ability to stay.
So they have to stay here and invest in the country.
No, it's like if they graduate from a college or university in America, they can automatically get citizenship.
No.
You disagree?
No.
Why?
Only way you should get citizenship is if you're willing to invest in this country.
So the only way you can get citizenship if you stay.
Pretty much. And you have to register for the Army.
Wait, damn.
We putting your ass on the front line.
You know you're doing like Russia doing the immigrants.
I didn't disagree with what Russia did.
I don't know. Okay, when you ask for people to join your military, if they come there, less people gonna come there.
Ding. You get it now.
What is taking?
All right.
It's clicking.
All right, go ahead.
I bet they're getting 6 degrees. No. They only get that many to avoid going back home.
So she's saying they were using college degrees like anchor babies. Instead of having a baby.
Oh, they say, damn, we ain't got to get pregnant no more.
We gotta get pregnant by one of y'all no more. We could just.
No more laying on the back.
Hold on.
This bill mandates
All right. So the governor a governor passed a 10 Commandments bill. He signed it, and a little girl passed out behind him when he signed it. He signed a bill for the 10 Commandments.
this bill mandates the display of the 10 Commandments in every classroom in public, elementary, secondary, and post-education schools in the state of Louisiana. Because if you want to respect the rule of law, you got to start from the original lawgiver, which was Moses. All right. That's right. He got his commandments from God. All right.
You see the little girl passed out behind him? This little girl, she just randomly passed out. What do you think?
Who laid hands on her?
About him forcing the 10 Commandments in school, on the wall at least. The 10 Commandments to be shown.
I don't think there's nothing wrong with that.
Freedom of religion means you can't force another religion on somebody.
That's true, but is it bad? No video.
Oh, sorry, my bad.
Fucking up.
All right. You see here, he said that and the little girl just passed out after he said it. So they're passing a bill to force the 10 Commandments to be shown in classrooms. In America, we're supposed to be freedom of religion, and we know a lot of people don't follow that religion. So you think it's okay?
I don't personally see a problem with there being the 10 Commandments being in school.
My thing is, why do they always do stuff they know they get sued for? Like, you know, there's going to be a family that's going to sue the hell out of you because they son or their daughter are going to come home and tell them the 10 Commandments on the wall and that they were forced to read it or something, and they're going to sue. Like, you know people love to sue.
Maybe they like giving out checks.
You know they love to sue. But, you know, it is what it is. Let me run through these last couple articles. We're going to get up out of here. Putin says Russia and North Korea will help each other if attacked, taking ties to a new level. So now you're right. North Korea and Russia, they're trying to become a super buddy.
No, they're not trying. They've had different treaties.
I know. But
throughout the years.
Is China still a part of this?
I think so.
We shall see. All right, we gotta go through that one. Iran and Taliban discuss joint action against Israel.
They do one, they'll have to do all. Yeah.
Exactly. Now you have the Muslims gonna want theirs in there. They're gonna.
Oh, you're talking about the atheists?
Yeah, and then the Satanists gonna have to come in and say we want our doctrine in there too, and that's when it gets all right. Everybody say, all right, let's move on from this.
Keep it in private schools.
I agree. There's literally schools, Catholic schools. You got Christian and Catholic and all that private schools you can send your kids to if you want that on there. But he wants to affect the public population because he's saying these people are
it's so bad out here.
All right, Iran and Taliban discuss joint action against Israel. What does this mean to you? Two CIA, well, not Iran, but Taliban, which is weird that Iran wants to work with the Taliban when we know the Taliban has ties to, ISIS and CIA and all that. Like, what's going on with that?
Well, if they're taking joint action against Israel, that mean they're taking joint action against the United States.
The Persians want that? The Persians not scared.
Well, the Persians' motto is "fuck with me."
Yeah, fuck around and find out. It is what it is. And we gotta show that either.
Oh, black dude getting his ass whooped?
Actually, he won.
Oh, was he fighting multiple whites?
Yeah, they were trying to kick him out of the country.
So again, the whites get beat up?
Yeah, they were trying to kick him off of a bus after spitting on him, and he swung on and started whooping on him. He ain't win, but they ain't win either. It was just like they were just pushing him back. Going to check it out. All right. Anyway, we've kept y'all long enough. We broke down the Juneteenth and the Kendrick Lamar concert. We went to, how do you affect homelessness, and we talked about a lot of other stuff around the country. Got any last words for the people?
Thanks for viewing the channel. You could have been anywhere on this Saturday, but you chose to be here with us. We appreciate the love and support. Be sure to make sure you like and subscribe to the channel. You don't got to go home, but you got to get the hell up out of here.
I don't even know what button it is. I was going to hit it. I don't even know what button it is.
Well, we don't believe you. You need more people.
It ain't nothing not to believe.
That's the wrong button. Hold on.
I'm leaving here with something. You know what I mean? I'm from around the way. I'm leaving with something.
I can't find the button. So whatever. Shout Kenny part up with the music first. Yeah, I'll probably just switch it around, put the music first, and then do the dialogue. But anyway, man, thank y'all for coming through. As Travis said, be sure to share it if you can, like it on your way out, subscribe if you're not. As always, we appreciate the support. And as always, man, y'all be safe. All praise to the Most High. And peace, man.